and already just swearing at the doctors, or at, I presume Cleric, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the whole psychic thing. Probably was going like just radiating asshole energy from the moment he came out.
Very true. Now.
Anyways.
I need to quickly check something. Does anybody know if noise gates, if you decrease or increase them, if it makes the threshold more sensitive?
Fuck knows.
Yes.
I'm going to increase it, and I'm going to hope that's what's doing it. Because currently you can hear my mouse whenever I click it, which is annoying. There we go, problem solved. That should be good now. Hopefully when I talk quietly it should be okay. Seems
Can't hear anything.
Can one of you check the stream just to make sure everything's working okay?
Oh, fuck now.
I'll ask Matt if need be, but...
I'll do it. I'm opening it up.
Okay. Right. And everything should be good. Yep, everything's all good. Alright.
Hello.
Hello!
Hello.
Hello!
Welcome. I'm just about to do the intro. Alright. I am here. Oh. Yes, I am here.
Hello, all, mate.
That is pretty obvious.
Good day, mate.
Oh, shit.
Hello, Junkrat.
Thank you for that.
Those.
Ireland went from 200% to 50 in a
Yeah.
matter of seconds.
Yeets and yoink. The Lord
Sounds
yoinketh,
alright.
And the Lord yoinketh away.
Everything seems normal.
Everything seems normal? Okay. I think I just need to decrease my my hold time a little bit. Let's reduce it down to 50. That should be okay. Alright. So. Well, just make sure that it's okay whenever I'm talking if you still have it open. Just because that's the thing I'm concerned about at the moment.
Yeah.
Because on my end it seems to be, I talk, then I stop, and it will play a short amount of volume for a little bit, and I don't know why. Seems okay now, though.
Maybe it's the voices in your head.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe we're the voices
Yeah,
in
it's
your
all
head.
good.
It's all good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're all just imaginary friends Chris and Vent.
Of course.
Exactly. None of us actually exist.
I wish I did.
And I've been in an asylum for 21 years.
Yep.
Alright.
Sounds about it.
Hello
Checks
everybody,
out.
welcome to Crabby D&D. I am here with Sudz,
Hello.
Harlan,
Hello.
Sam.
Hello!
Simon is unaccounted for. Jamie.
Hello.
And Infernal.
Hello.
And we are here to play D&D.
Oh,
Announcements.
that was-
Oh, is that what
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what we're
shit,
doing.
I thought
What
it
is,
was
we
Lars.
were all kidnapped and forced to be here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
I-
thought it
I
was
thought-
Lars as well.
We're not supposed to talk about the kidnapping.
Oh, sorry.
I'm s-
Otherwise,
He's going
Daddy
to
Crab
beat us.
hits us.
He beats us in that.
Oh my god.
I think you've been promoted to allow him, Daddy Crab. I have to call him Master still.
Alright, Sasha, you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage from Daddy Crab.
Oh, you know what? That's valid. That is valid. And what
I
hearing
expected
you
400
say-
to be honest.
Alright, Infernal, I'm rolling a d100 for you rather than a d20.
Oh shit.
You took 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
He was feeling nice today.
The d100 was nice today.
So Papa Crab.
It's usually more.
Oh man. What's the chances of that? Rolling a d20 and getting a 4, then rolling a d100 and getting a 4? A 1 in 2,000 chance?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, but there's still gambler's fallacy still applies, so it's still a 1 in 100 chance.
Eh.
It's just an incredibly unlikely chance, which I know doesn't make sense, but
Fuck.
Yeah.
Where's Simon? We need maths here.
Wow.
I am mad.
Unfortunately, you
Alright.
chased him away.
User announcements. Thanks to Nosa for all the artwork going through. Also thanks to Tabletop Audio for all of the free service you provide and the sound, which you listen to on entry. Any combat maps, which there are none unless I pull one out of my ass, like this one.
Not again.
It were made on Tabletop Simulator. Oh, Dungeon Painter
Stop
Studio.
pulling things out of your ass, please.
But
Okay, stop putting stuff in your ass.
that's
He
nice.
likes pulling stuff out of his ass and inserting it into it.
And any more detailed maps like this one were made on Incarnate.com. All right.
Oh, also fuck BT.
No, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because-
You're gonna regret saying that.
No.
Open
What?
blessed you.
I'm going to correct the hashtag. Fuck BT, thank OpenReach. They're the same thing, you say. No, the OpenReach are the people who actually do the work and are nice. The people who work at BT are assholes and don't listen to me. Because I was right for 4 years. And they put it at the bottom of the list saying, oh no, we're not going to deal with these cables. That can't be causing your disconnect problem every day. What's this? Fixed the problem, hasn't had disconnection since?
But there's
would
that.
like to
But then there is an
It's-
OpenReach engineer that plugged the mains.
That
power
is fair.
into-
Okay, some OpenReach are competent. Those who've been told to do stuff and do it well are good. Those who do stuff because they haven't been told to because they're spies from
BT.
America.
Hey.
Yeah. No,
You
fair
just
dues.
don't want to say Russia because you're scared of Putin.
I'm actually scared of
Oh, you're
Infernal
scared
with
of
his
me,
Russian
I'll send my
mafia.
Russian.
We're all scared of Putin, Harlan.
I know that's valid.
Are we?
He is
But if you change 2 letters, he becomes pubic. Sorry.
Oh god, they're coming for me. No, don't laugh at that. No.
No, we can laugh at your pain. It's just, we
But
can't
just
laugh
not
at
that joke.
Yeah.
Alright. So yes.
If they just suddenly disappear, I'd like you to know that this entire thing is being recorded.
That is very true.
Oh no, there he goes.
Alright, so
I'm back.
and they put him back. Alright, so
Hi back, I'm Dad.
last session, our party of adventurers, Sovak, Queglod, Sasha, Malcom, Bern, Rook, and Feng had made their way into the Underdark after working with a series of dwarves and getting a permission from the Forge Master within Crag Anvil. They made an agreement, transferring information from each other and exchanging this agreement. They came to a standing that, should they go down and investigate the giant crystal-like cavern underground, that they would be allowed, if for whatever they find, if they come to a conclusion of what it is, if they find the end of whatever this may be, that they will be allowed to purchase a dragon hammer. They will be given access to the teleportation circle, and they will then be brought back in order to go to the capital, Relical, as Sasha has been requested there. With this new information and the agreement struck between these individuals, the party began to travel downwards, traversing through after receiving a long night's rest. As they went down into the Underdark, beginning to crest the barrier, which many dwarves refuse to go past except for the occasional Duragar, the Underdark being a dangerous place as it is, they travelled down along the Prospector's Path. The stone had been cut, natural caverns formed, and walkways had been made, with strange green lights attached to the wall made from some arcane device, which emitted enough light to be used as a beacon and a series of guiding points to make their way along the correct path. As they followed said path for several hours, they came across a more cylindrical, vertically challenged cavern. As they proceeded to go down, they could hear munching noises, and on further inspection found a series of ropers at the bottom of the cavern, lying in wait for any passers-by, chewing on some Duragar corpses. With the party making their way down as stealthily as they could, attempting to avoid detection, 3 of the party, one after another, stepped on some bones. Each of
Was I
them-
one of them?
Yes, you were.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew it.
So was Sovak, and so was Orm, I think it was.
Yeah, it was alright.
As each of these 3 individuals alerted the ropers to their presence, the party was attacked. Sovak, being extremely difficult to catch, seeing as he could disconnect himself from their grapples, he was unscathed and untouched, as was most of the rest of the party. However, some damage did incur, but overall they defeated the 3 ropers with little to no problem. And so, they proceeded to take a short rest, wait as some of them carved up the ropers, preparing for the various bits, receiving hide, and a singular eye of the Alpha Roper, to be used potentially at a later date. So, you've all finished your long rest, and you are all currently underground. The scenery around you is that long cylindrical chamber going up the curve of the walkway which you came down, travelling on your right, as you now see before you a slightly arched way before you, leading further into the cave. So, what would you like to do?
I'm assuming the thing.
Huh.
Keep
Uh,
moving.
Don't listen to me for a second. I'm just quickly my spell sheet's a bit fucked up. Oh well.
It's been like that for a while.
Look, I'm unobservant, okay, Chris? I just...
Yeah, you need to use your overlay page, because when I looked through it, I think you were off by a spell or 2.
Yeah, I'm supposed to have a... Well, oh no, the overlay has, like, nothing correct on it, but I should have 2 of the 5th level spells. But my max says it only goes up to 1.
Ah, that's because I need to change the formatting on that. There you go.
Hooray!
Fixed.
Okay. Now, in that case... What a lovely place they have down here.
Quite
Isn't it just?
glorious.
Like,
Yeah, give me a minute.
I'll be honest, I kind of blanked out for the last day or so, so if anyone wants to just, like, tell me what to do, that would be great.
It was glorious. I mean, yeah, we noticed. Yeah.
One
It
of
was
those
quiet.
days, you know.
It was
Well, we've
very
got to
much
keep
quiet.
following these. Yes, there was. We've got to keep following these green beacons till we find blue beacons. Never mind blue
Oh.
beacons.
Bluekins.
Bluecons.
Bleakins.
Shall we move before we keep working out more ways to say beacons and blue in one word?
Sure.
Anyone
Yeah,
got anything they want to
Blue.
do first?
Beak blondes. Yes, we should probably get moving.
Blue as blue can't.
Bluecons.
So,
You're proceeding to move forward?
In DDL.
How are you proceeding?
Walking backwards? No, I'm not really.
Probably the same as before.
Yeah, quietly as possible. Preferably.
Okay. So,
With thing on my back? Piggyback time thing.
Fang is going to walk.
Ah.
Fangy baby.
I don't want to be carried. I can walk on my own.
Okay. Is it still dark?
You're in the Underdark, yes.
Okay. How's he seeing?
He's not.
Okay. Perfect. Right, yeah. So who wants to go with me?
What are you guys doing? You're moving forward?
No, I assume we're proving cautiously, like before.
Proceeding cautiously. Okay. I would like 2 of you to make perception checks or investigation checks, please. Preferably somebody at the nearer to the front. The closer you are to the front, the more time you're going to have to see whatever the object is.
Well, I can do one.
I'll do one, I guess.
CS. Character sheet. Oh,
If
for God's sake. Now I've got 2
If I'm
character
close
sheets.
enough to the front. Am I close enough to the front to be able to make one?
I mean, you can make one regardless. It's just a matter of if you're further back, it means that there's a chance that you'll end up being closer to the thing you saw.
Right, what's the front person looking for? Are they perception or...
That's up to you.
Looking for traps.
Yeah, I'll look. I'll just generally look for.
I'll look for traps then.
I'll
Okay.
do perception.
Okay.
I got
So,
2.
and you're specifically looking for traps. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Specifically looking for traps. Are you doing this meticulously or a cursory glance? Because if it's a cursory glance, then it's with disadvantage to keep the pace going. Otherwise, you're slowing.
Well, because we're moving cautiously, I'd assume.
Yes,
one more
but
time.
you're still moving at a good pace with cautious. If you're moving stealthily, then you could do it without needing to worry. Because it's the act of actively looking around and investigating through the dirt. So,
Alright.
so
I'll roll one more.
okay. So perception check for you, Malcolm.
yep. 16.
16.
Oh wow! Well, that's a
okay,
16.
That's a 16 for you on perceiving for traps. And Rook, your investigation for traps.
My investigation.
Actually, no, this would be survival for traps.
3. Survival. Oh, bam! Takes it to 7.
Okay. So, as each of you are looking over your various things, looking forward through the darkness, you just see the rock cavern proceeds to travel further onwards before it begins to slope again. You see the signs of carved stone, layers of dust, and chunks of rock as they have been left after mining through whatever rock may have been here. You can see old bits of wood that have been put in place, probably for some form of fireplace in this area up ahead. But travelling onwards, you can't seem to see anything that would be an immediate threat to you. Investigating for traps, you don't see anything either, but you do notice the same thing which you identify as a old fire pit that was probably used by some dwarves while they were down here. Rook, while you're looking, you don't see anything either. Nothing of interest.
Cool.
You've probably travelled 2 hours since that previous incursion, and you've probably got another 4 or 5 hours to travel before you'll probably want to sleep.
Okay. Excellent.
So if you're carrying on, go ahead and make me a perception check, please. Or all your respective checks. Sorry. So perception, investigation with disadvantage, and your survival for tracks.
Okay. Which is higher.
Okay. Oh, it's just these three, Sam.
Oh. There I go, not paying attention again.
Oof.
Infernal or Bern. You don't see any traps. Nothing up ahead seems to pique your interest. Nothing out of the ordinary. Again, nothing to draw your attention as you kind of look around through the dirt. Perception was 10.
10. Yep.
Looking ahead, you can see that the cavern proceeds to go forward from where it was previously winding into a little bit more of an open cavern. They probably seem to have breached into the side of some natural cavern here. And you can see it proceeds to open up, but the area inside seems to be flat, so it's roughly the same level all the way through for this area. Rook, what's your survival?
14.
14. Getting a general smell of this catches your attention here as you're looking for tracks. There is a scent up ahead which you do pick up on. It's more of a kind of wet, damp smell.
Okay.
Moist.
Damn.
Correct.
Wet.
Nice, nice.
No.
Okay. Well,
I'm sorry.
I'll relay that to the party that I can smell a damp, moist smell, even though they seem to know, because they're psychic. Perfect.
Oh, looks like you did pick up a bit of your stepdaughter's weirdness then, so.
Don't even joke.
For God's sake.
Yes, she is a raging bastard.
She's a raging ball of fluff.
You know what? She's not even worth discussing.
I like fluff.
Okay, no, she is a queen of murder. Like, I do think that is worth discussing. No, I mean she's generally a problem
See, Sasha.
for someone.
I know you're a dwarf, but I want you to look up. See how there's no sky there? That's our problem right now.
All right, all right.
Perfect. So, I guess we're going to carry on. Cautiously.
Okay. Proceeding into the opening, getting a look inside, just having a quick look around. You travel in. You see before you it opens up. Straight ahead, you can see where there seems to be more of the part of it has been cut through. So this is probably, from what you gather, a small cutout. Not necessarily made for camping, but an area which was natural cavern but didn't seem to go anywhere. As you get a better look at it, you can see that you're currently standing on the top of what seems to be a plateau, which then proceeds to drop down, and from this distance, you begin to hear the sounds of water dropping as you see it from the ceiling falling in small clumps into a pool of water at the base of this small sloped area.
Okay. How deep does the water look?
Make me a survival check. Are you getting closer or are you staying further back?
Guys, do you think I should get closer or stay further back?
Go closer.
I'm gonna look and see if I can see anything in the water.
Yeah, I'm going closer then.
Make me a perception check then, please, as he's going closer.
Oh, perception.
Right, survival check for you here.
Okay.
Rook. Ah,
That-
double threes.
Oh. Bad roll.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I would like to say this is technically with disadvantage for the perception because you're in total darkness, but don't worry,
Okay.
it's a 3. Yeah, it's a 3.
Yep.
Okay. Because you are in total darkness, so this does count as dim light for investigations and perceptions. So, as you're there currently looking over this, you move up to the edge. You get a look at the water. It's hard to tell without a light source. The deepness of this water, you'd probably have to stick your hand in to find out exactly how deep it is. But otherwise, you need a light source of some kind to light the way.
I can chuck in some glowing lights, some glowing rocks.
See now, if it's deep and there's something in there, we throw lights in there.
Well, I mean, if it's been lived in total darkness its entire life, it probably would really like some light.
That would be.
That's how that works, right?
No, that's not how that works at all. Like,
No?
not at all.
All right, all right.
Are you aware of evolution? Or are you one of these?
I mean,
people?
yes, I'm aware of lotion.
No. Oh. I bet you believe vaccines don't work as well. And that the world is flat.
What?
Wait,
Quick question, Chris. Do we have vaccines in this world? Because we are in a fantasy land.
Lesser restorations, close enough.
I don't know what you're talking about. Of course, I believe in lesser restoration. I use it liberally. Oftentimes when I really shouldn't.
And everyone knows the Earth is hollow.
Okay. I don't know enough to dispute that, but it is definitely bound.
DM furiously writing down notes for what's under the Underdark.
My queen is the queen. My goddess is the queen of lava and shit. So I think I can safely say that yes, the Earth is hollow, apart from all the lava.
That
Oh,
doesn't
so-
make it very hollow.
Oh, so it's just wherever Infernals come from then.
Yes.
Who's this Infernal?
Wait, what?
I don't know. We were talking about you, not to you.
The Underdark actually sprung up because
I don't-
some of the lava cooled down with bubbles in it, and that's what makes the Underdark. I'm a dwarf, so I know these things.
But do you really?
No, not even a little bit.
You're just making this up as you go along, aren't you?
Oh, completely and utterly.
Yep,
Oh,
9 minus
okay.
1, that's an 8. No, you don't know.
I'm
think
just
you should
spouting
give us the guided
bullshit.
tour.
Well, what you're doing is you're spouting bullshit that so happens to be right for the real world?
Yeah.
No.
Baby.
That's it. You should
The
So
tour
why
us.
are there earthquakes?
Yeah, well, that
The
happens
earth is
when
cold.
it
Oh,
shivers.
that.
Yes, the earth. Well, as I said, the earth cools down, and making these little cool bubble pockets,
Is this
and
world
then it
called
shivers
Earth?
because it's cold.
Chris, is this world called Earth?
No, it's called the material plane.
Okay,
Material
fine.
plane's a bit wordy.
I think every planet is called
Are we?
an
Are we?
equivalent of Earth by its
Look,
inhabitants.
I
Are we
mean,
going by
tech-
the official name that I gave this thing like 2.5 years ago?
Yeah, the one that we never bothered to learn. That one.
Malingo.
Nalinga. I remember why I didn't bother to learn it.
Well, as you know, the dragon, the dragon of Earth, whose name I definitely know,
What?
Silencia?
Oh, I was really trying to check.
It's Silencia, right?
11 plus stuff. Yes, so it's.
Oh, thank fuck. Well, the dragon of Earth gets cold, so the shiver, and that's what makes earthquakes.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
While you're having this conversation, Rook, you're over by the water.
Yes, I am.
I believe
That's
this
fair.
entirely. I
But
believe
we're the we're
You currently
the
can't
comic
see
relief.
that far into it because you haven't got a light source.
Can I dip my axe in it
You're
by
watching
using
it, sorry?
using the chain and see how low I can get it?
With the axe head or the chain?
No, the chain.
Okay. You lower the chain of the axe in, it goes down. You keep going. It's about to hit the actual axe itself.
Okay, alright. Well, this is easily at least 15 foot deep. That's quite deep.
I say we throw a rock.
What
Let me
is
get
it
away.
with you and your glowing rocks?
Can
I
quite
did not
obviously-
say glowing rock. I said rock.
Okay. If he
Queglod could
does
if she
it,
was here.
I'm standing here
Oh.
readying myself for some shit to go down.
And we're discussing earthquakes and their origin.
Yeah, and I
Okay,
look over at
Queglod
them.
rolled a
Yeah.
natural 1. She's too busy face palming at the history lessons going on here, but she has no chance to see into the pool or inspect the cabin.
Is there just like water in front of us, no other way?
So you've got where you came in. You've got another lot of basically mining going straight ahead. So that's the way that you believe to continue. This is an alcove with a pool of water at the base of it.
An alcove.
Do we
Is there green
do
blood going that way?
water?
Yeah, what colour are the beacons?
At this current point, there aren't any.
Oh no.
You've been following them. It's not like you've taken a wrong turn. It's just you imagine because this is a carved out section with only one way, they don't need to put the beacons.
Okay, how long till we've got sleep?
About another 3 hours.
Hi ho, hi ho.
Should
Do
we
we
just
continue?
carry on our journey and stop antagonising the water?
Yes. I believe
Yeah.
But,
So,
but
no,
the
Malcolm.
water.
Malcolm, no. Steve?
Shall I take a sample of the water?
No.
I've got
Does
bottles.
the water seem normal?
Make an investigation check.
Let's see, is the water normal?
How are you investigating?
Ow.
Drink it.
No.
Oh my god.
Look, you ate elder brain.
Yes, but I'm not gonna drink muddy underwater.
Okay, fine, I will.
That's the one that's...
You're drinking it, Sovak?
Yes, I'm drinking it because it can do nothing to me unless it attacks. Oh god, this is gonna hurt. I can
Okay,
feel it
you dip your hands into the water and you pull them up, and the water doesn't hold in your hands, slipping right through.
Oh, right.
Right.
Here, use this bottle, like give him a vibe.
Okay. No, wait.
Malcolm, drink some of the water.
I refuse this bottle. I just pop off my head and have that start drinking.
Okay, submerging your head in the water. Now, you don't need to breathe, correct?
No, I just need to exist.
So, sticking your head in the water, you go with, okay, It's several feet deep. You jam your head in the water. Thump, it hits something.
Oh.
As you now have your jaw and the bottom of your head stuck in mud at the bottom of this. Because the chain didn't hit the bottom. It just it just spiraled around because it's water.
Physics.
I try and yank my head out.
Okay, you pull your head out. You see currently...
Do I leave my jaw behind?
No, your jaw comes with you, but it is caked in mud. Drinking the water and the mud, it tastes horrible.
Okay, right. It's not healthy for anyone that's alive.
Can I turn it into drinkable water by like purifying it?
You can boil it over a fire to purify it. Alternatively,
Yeah.
you can use things like it's not protection from poison. What is it? It's
Okay,
the
if
one
you
that
let me have a
removes-
nap, have a sleep, I can purify it.
Yes, that one.
We don't need.
We don't need it.
We don't need it.
I'll be back in a sec.
It's
The
Alright.
point of investigating it was to figure out if it was normal.
tastes horrible.
Yeah. Tasting it, it
like
tastes
shit. Got it.
No, tasting it, it's not muddy. It's muddy and cloudy now where Sovak's disturbed it with his head. The water itself, however, it's not muddy, but it's not clean. It's just still. It tastes a little bit off, but that's about it.
How, does it go deeper?
No, it's about maybe 3 foot deep.
No.
It just seems to sink into the mud here and keep traveling down. It's just congealed here from all the mud.
Okay.
Well, there you go. I'm glad we've just spent 10 minutes staring at a puddle. Story of our life. So
I think what we should do is when we come back this way, if we need to rest nearby, I pick up some purified food and water, and we have a little bit of a dip.
Okay.
I quite enjoy our bath sessions. Calming in a weird way.
Okay.
Don't you agree, Queglod? Yes,
don't.
I agree, Sasha. Ah, lovely Queglod. I love having.
See, now what I just imagined is you just walked over to Queglod, and you know when someone grabs someone's bottom jaw and makes them talk?
Yeah.
Did that,
yeah.
but the look
No,
of
that is
stern
exactly
on her
what
face.
happened. Yes, thank you.
Just angry look on her face, but it says you. Yes,
Now,
Sasha.
the reason I'm not going to allow that is because your party tried to steal all your things and your money last session. So...
We did.
Wait, what?
We did?
Yeah, I believe you said something like, Sasha, give us all your money so that we can go spend it on this, or something. Oh no, that was you guys trying to do it on Rook the session before, wasn't it? When you guys were in the magic shop.
I was not there, probably. I hope it wasn't
I
my
have
money they were
no
trying to
memory of
steal.
this, but honestly, it sounds like something I would do.
I'm on to you all.
I didn't
Now.
do it.
Alright, anyway. So,
Uh,
what are you guys doing?
I guess we're moving on.
I guess we'll proceed, yes.
Okay. You proceed to turn around. Moving on back through the cavern, you continue and you find the green lights.
Lights! Yay!
Yay.
Now remember, kids, the green light signifies the American dream.
No.
Oh my god. Can you explain to me what America is? What is American? I mean, you've said these things,
I
but don't
think they're a type of bastard dwarves.
Oh,
Sounds about right.
perfect.
Isn't that where Malcolm's from?
Yeah, no, that's accurate.
As you continue on through the cavern, you see from this small carving that's been cut out where the first green light begins again, you open into what looks to be a vast ravine in front of you. A natural crack through the world. You can see about 20 foot on the other side. You can see the other portion of the ravine as it's cutting down almost parallel to the base of this. You look down the side, goes down about I'd say from Queglod's view, it probably goes down about 80 feet. And there seems to be a very thin walkway and path going around the side here. Your big size of you, Rook, has dispersed, so you are no longer Big Rook.
Big Rook. Now Little Rook.
The Little Rook, yep.
Oh, I'm having the feeling of deja vu. And secondly, I think I'm going to become like Mr. T with aeroplanes, but mine's going to be sort of world cracks and ravines and crevices. Are there any spiders? Can I look around for
Make me a
spiders?
perception check.
A specifically spider perception check.
It is literally specifically spiders. Don't care about anything else. Just spiders. What
See
is my
90,
perception?
90 zombies like
As
six.
you don't have... I'm going to say, do you want to have your light lit for this, for looking around, or are you going to keep it non-lit? Because if you aren't, then you're going to be rolling with disadvantage.
No. I'll roll with disadvantage.
Okay, go ahead and roll
I'm
again.
gonna- I mean, can't get much worse than 5. No, see?
Right.
I've
You
got
don't
6.
see any spiders.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm gonna keep my guard up anyway for spiders. I have now an irrational fear of spiders.
Oh, you would have hated the first few episodes. Like the first part or two.
It was
That's true.
entirely giant spiders.
Oh no!
It's fine, that just means I'm not going to potentially reuse them for the next campaign.
Perfect.
I
Okay.
don't think you should be scared of spiders. They won't be as big as that cave.
I don't care. They
Also, they
scare
won't
me.
shoot lava out of their mouths.
That is also
That was enough for me to not like spiders.
Unless they worship a Turan, the best goddess.
You can just imagine it, can't you? Sort of like, what was it? This 7'5" Minotaur, tall Minotaur. It sees a little penny spider crawl across the floor, screams and runs away. It's like, wow. Scared
Rest
of
of the party,
spiders.
just some random NPC like, really? He's scared of a spider? The bigger ones always come after.
Yeah.
What bigger ones? 80-foot spider appears. Oh no.
Harry,
Oh god.
I don't like spiders.
Why couldn't it be a trail of butterflies?
Exactly.
Exactly. Okay, so are we just going to carry on this narrow path then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Being cautious.
Yes, let's follow this treacherous, narrow path.
Being cautious, I would like, seeing as you've been rolling so far, Malcom, if you'd like to roll perception, and Bern, if you'd like to roll investigation for your traps. If you're there, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, with disadvantage if you are not using a light source.
Do I really need a light source?
Remember, guys,
I mean,
am
you're with
literally
disadvantage
ready-
regardless because you're moving at a reasonable pace.
14.
10.
Disadvantage, remember, not advantage.
Hmm?
Disadvantage. Yeah, no,
Oh,
I'm talking to.
14 with the
Oh.
nine.
Oh, right, with the +9. Sorry, it's just because the other roll wasn't 14.
Yeah, plus 5.
Okay. Looking around, Malcolm, you don't see anything. It just proceeds to carry on with this cave. You can see the faint lights of the areas along the side, giving off their very, very dim light from this. What was your investigation for traps? 10?
10.
Okay. Looking over this, it seems to be a very sound carving. This was carved out of the wall. It's not going to collapse or cave in. You are walking along an area which has been purposefully put there to allow transition from one area to another. Following this path and continuing down. Okay. You continue on. Looking around, doesn't seem to be anything of interest. As... Oh. Am I still alive, guys?
Sudz these days.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
also,
yeah, we can.
It's just
Sudz
Sudz.
dropped.
It's just Sudz who dropped. Okay. So, as you're continuing on, looking around, keeping an eye on the cavern, you don't see anything. And you are now getting to a point where you will need to take a rest.
Hey, is it whenever we don't see anything that I get more worried than when we do see something?
I wonder why.
I don't know why. Just feels like it ends badly for us.
It's true. It is very true. So I can't see any
The
ledges.
last
or
will and
anything.
testament of Sasha Smashfist.
So,
Fuck Elsian.
you need to find a place to rest. You've come to the end of the ravine. You can see that there's a small path leading forward on a natural cave that just follows this ravine. It seems to be fairly narrow and tight on either side, so you'll be pressed if you move through here. Not really a place to rest.
Cool.
And
Right.
going back will just lead you along the ravine.
Which is also quite a thing. As can it, who can make holes big? Yeah, Malcom, isn't it? Shape Earth.
Yeah, Malcolm can do the earthy thingy.
If he has it prepared.
Oh,
Well, he can be shaped, can't he?
That much he can do pretty much all the time.
Yeah, he can be shaped into something that can burrow. However, this is stone, so it will take a while and it will make a lot of noise. It's up to you guys.
oh.
The one downside. Noise.
In terms of spells, he doesn't seem to have Shape Earth.
Oh. Okay. All right. Then I guess
He has the cantrip Mold Earth, but that works on Earth, not stone. And it's stone shaped, not... Okay, they're
I
wrong.
guess we're gonna sleep squidged up then. Unless you want to carry on for maybe another hour and see what happens, but it's start getting late.
Huh. Well,
You know
It
what?
doesn't-
I
we can just
really don't.
don't.
Go on.
Don't we have? Oh no, we don't have Lehman.
Apparently, because Gax took it with him.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I was like, oh, we don't have.
God damn that Lehman's tiny slut.
Okay, that's what I come back to.
Welcome back to that.
You gotta know, Sam, I timed these things so that when you come back, they're the weirdest things I can say.
Okay, do you know when I finish having a shit?
Don't want to
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
that.
obviously, Sam. What do you think the cameras are for?
So,
What?
Sam, in the current situation you're in, you've gotten to the end of the ravine. You can see that it goes into a thinner, kind of squeezed walkway where you'll be able to head through.
Mhm.
However, should you do so, you'll be in a situation where you need to rest now, but behind you is the ravine.
I see.
So it's either rest on the edge of the ravine wall, which has its own dangers, or you can rest on this enclosed area here, or push on for an hour and hope you pass through whatever this tight space may be.
And that's what we were debating.
For small creatures and for Sasha, this isn't much of an issue. For anybody larger, so most of the party other than Sovak, this will be a problem.
Yep. I mean, I'm happy to go on for another hour, but
The issue is size.
yeah.
You can Rook can go through. That's not an issue. The problem is that he'll be prone, which means you'll be moving half the speed. And it's not just Rook. It's Rook, Malcom, Aurum, and Bern. For Feng, it's not an issue. For Sovak, it's not.
Times like
thin,
this.
And Sasha and Queglod should be fine.
Bern,
Yes.
I don't suppose you have the grease spell, do you?
No, that would not be one of my spells.
Do you have reduce?
Yes, I do.
Maybe that could help. That's never mind.
Oh, that is a fantastically clever idea. Why have we never thought of that?
Because I sat through a whole session where you could have used reduce once, and you didn't, and then you figured it out.
Ah,
That pain sits with you.
Maybe we're just bad at this game.
There
Oh,
is
we're
a
taking
chance.
you this long to figure it out, Harlan.
Look, I'm saying that in character, but also not, because fourth wall breaks.
It hurts.
Okay. So are we gonna go on for another hour then?
Sure.
Enlarge reduce lasts a minute.
Ah.
However,
If we sprint it while reduced, we'll be fine.
no. Okay. No, I was wondering if you had to expand back into the previous space, but no, you don't. The space accommodates for you. So it meant if you ran through a small hole, you'd end up busting through a portion of the hole and pop out to the nearest unoccupied space. But
Are you
as you can
telling us
fall
you-
prone, it'll be fine.
Are you telling us that we can use reduce to mine out a tunnel?
No, it's not mining. It would be, let's say, for example, you've got a wall with a hole in it, which you can't fit any of your characters through. You cast Reduce on Queglod to make her tiny. She squeezes through it as best she can. She gets stuck. Things go badly. Reduce ends. She will then grow larger and pop out on one or the other side, usually where you came from, if it's closer, unless it's further away than the other direction.
Okay.
And if you have to travel through objects which you can't normally fit through, you take 1d10 force damage for every 10 foot you travel through.
Eey.
Okay. Reduce was a good idea. You need it to be able to be cast for longer. It's going to take us more than a minute to get through here.
Yeah. That's
Probably.
fine. I'll have to just crawl, and so will everyone else.
Well, if you go behind us,
What if we go ahead of him and just wait at the other end?
we might get stuck fighting something at the other end without the muscle.
Yeah, but but then he'd be prone anyways.
Still,
Uh,
you know what? You go in front of him. I'll go behind him.
all right. Actually, no. Do you want me to go behind him? That way I can push.
He won't need pushing. What?
He
I don't
doesn't
need
need
pushing,
he doesn't
I
need
can-
pushing. He's just going to be
I can-
slow.
I can move under my own steam. Please do not touch my bum.
Okay, let's be.
No, don't
Okay.
worry. I'll go shield first.
Sasha, you go first. Then if there is something on the other side, you try to last and survive long enough to hold them off.
So who's going where?
I'll go with
Going at
Sasha.
the front.
Sasha taking the front, eh? Oh, hey.
Sasha taking the front. Don't know why these two are concentrating.
Can't always go for the back passage.
We've got to go in a single line.
Yeah, single line because it's single file here. I'm going to mark those who are prone. We will then say Malcom, Queglod, Fang, B, and Aurum. Actually, no, we'll put Aurum at the back.
I could pass myself through and just part.
I mean, you
I
don't have to
know,
worry
then
about being
You
prone.
get stuck, I can
You're
push
fine.
you.
I mean, literally, if I get stuck, I just take apart myself and then put myself back together again.
Good.
I could. I imagine it'll get to a stage where if I dislocate enough of my body parts, it starts getting very painful. But I could do it. Don't know why I would,
But you
but
could.
I could.
So, you're proceeding to push forward. How are you proceeding
Yep.
to push forward?
With great care.
Cautiously? Are you trying to rush this? Are you trying to be stealthy? Or are you being cautious, same as before?
Well,
You know, us middle of the road.
Cautious. Okay.
Yeah.
So, those who aren't prone can make checks. So,
I think I'm
Sasha,
not
Sovak, and Queglod. One of you can make a survival check, one can make a perception check, and one can make an investigation check. The investigation check will be to see if where you're going is safe. perception check to see if there's anything about, and the survival will be if there's any creatures about.
I'm happy to make whichever anyone wants me to make.
What is your survival, Harlan?
My survival, you say? Well, where's my survival? Oh, I'm on the overlay, not the core. Alright, okay. My survival is +4.
Yeah. Wow, I'm a ranger with terrible survival. +2. Okay.
Queglod can't do really any of these things.
I'll
I
do
also-
a perception check. It's still +2.
So
I
she's
also
gonna
have a
do-
+4 to perception.
She's going
You know
to
what?
do the investigation check because she's actually not that bad at them.
You do the perception check. I'll do the survival check.
Alright.
I don't know why.
Perceive!
Survive. Oh no!
Okay.
No.
Sasha, your roll was a 9. Queglod's roll
13.
was an 11 plus 6, which is 17.
Woo!
So investigation-wise,
smart.
the area is clear. It's fine. It's safe to walk along. There's not going to be any rocks or anything falling on you here. Even if they do, they'll get jammed above you. Perception?
That was 13 altogether.
Okay. You proceed to travel through. You look up and forward. You can't seem to see anything that would catch your attention. And there's a natural 1 on your survival to see if there's any creatures that might lurk here.
We're fine. We're perfect. We're clear.
You're fine. You're perfectly fine. Yeah.
Oh no.
No, it's genuinely hard to tell. You don't see any tracks, and if there were any, then you've walked past them.
Okay, we might die here, and but you might die here. I think is the correct answer.
Okay.
Okay. No statements. That's the one.
I would like everybody to make a stealth check for me, please.
Oh, these are my specialty.
Sasha, you have disadvantage, natural 1.
Beautiful.
23.
Should I even bother? I've got
Uh,
5.
Malcom got a 4 plus
Oh,
something, probably not
I've
that
got
good.
7. 7 in total.
Queglod got a natural 1.
We're having a really bad time.
Orm
for-
got a 2. And B got a 19. Okay.
And I got a 23.
Congratulations.
Oh.
Bern, what'd
I
you
got
get?
a 15.
Okay.
Shame about the rest of them.
As you're travelling through this area, there's a few scrapes and bumps of the metal on the outside of the stone as you have to wedge yourself here and there, trying getting yourselves through, as you are making quite a bit of noise.
Oh no.
The sound of it echoes upwards before Sasha. You notice something out of the corner of your eye as you look about. You quickly notice something above.
Oh. Please don't be fighting in this.
Why
Please
not?
don't be spiders. Please don't be spiders.
No, Rook will be going forward full force.
Oh no, it's not spiders.
Please don't be anything worse than spiders.
Bern gets horns
What?
up the arse.
What's
Move.
What's wrong? As you look up, Sasha,
Oh
at
no.
the front of the party.
He's bringing something out. What is it, guys?
Bern, you are currently prone.
Is it a worm?
No.
Please just be a standard earthworm.
It looks... Yes, it's just an earthworm. It's here to make soil and eat minerals.
And then get cut in two and becoming 2 earthworms, just shorter.
Exactly, because that's how it works.
No, they just die when you do
Let's
that.
hope it's not a purple worm.
What? Why would it be one of those?
Because you hate it. It's a Tarask.
How would it? What?
Yeah, it's
It's a
Tarask.
small Tarask.
He looks up and he
That's
sees a Tarask ass just poked down into the
Oh
crevasse.
God, what if we're actually just crawling through a Tarask ass?
Oh,
That muddy water,
Oh,
that
no.
muddy water, that wasn't water.
No, as you
It was Tarask piss, and I.
as you
Oh my god.
as you look up, you see the form of a long form, about 25 foot long, of a slender form, and as you look up and you see the familiar form of a blue behir.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
How can it fit here?
How? Because it's open above. That's how. As it is currently crawling on the ceiling and is currently looking down from above as it sees you all. I would
Chris, you're
like
fucking evil.
you
Oh,
all
I'm
to make a
in
roll
hell.
for initiative, please.
If it's above, why aren't I standing? Why am I crawling?
Because it's... Here's how it works. I'll just give you a side view of what you're looking at.
It's like an hourglass, I think.
It goes up a little ways and then it opens up. Like that. Like a goblet
Okay.
almost. And you guys are in here. And it's about 15 foot tall, and then you've got the area above where things can move around a bit more freely that have a climb speed.
Okay.
I
This is
think
where
we're
it
like
gets
perfectly lined up. Chris, I hate you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do these things do exactly?
We fought one, Jamie.
Oh shit! Is it this?
Yes.
Oh,
Let's
You remember your like 70 damage that you took? Or
yeah, the
something?
thing that pretty much killed me instantly.
Guys, you
And
can
you.
take it.
Yeah, you can take it. So you're only prone, so it's disadvantage on that dexterity check. Anyway, roll for initiative, everybody.
Are we
Guys, remember-
actually fighting this thing?
Yeah.
They-
Yeah,
Fuck.
you guys have moved. You've been in this for about 20 minutes. Running away now is nearly impossible.
Oh.
I won't be able to turn around anyway.
And go
Can't
where?
turn around.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I just have to reverse.
And go where?
Cast-
Your movement
cast
speed
reduce on
is
it.
your movement speed is halved. Yeah, cast reduce on it. Allow it to crawl into the space where you are.
Therefore, it's going to be that's fair.
No! Cast enlarge on it!
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Its 2 is also stuck. However, it rolled really well on its initiative. That die.
I
Oh,
didn't.
yeah, I'm rolling initiative, and I.
Oh no.
I sure didn't.
I did.
Oh, you got 20.
First, can you stop using that green dice? I think it's weighted.
It's new. Also, you claim that about all of my dice. Yet when I use your dice, I
claim
just
that
roll
about your
well.
red dice with air pockets in it that you can see. You can see the air pockets.
Yeah, well, that's not my problem. Alright, so, 25 to 20.
Not use weighted dice.
I don't use a weighted
This
dice, it's
game.
new. It's also very pretty.
Who doesn't like a pretty dice?
Alright, Sasha, you rolled a 12, Malcom rolled a 17, and Queglod rolled a 5. So, for Sudz, that puts him at 19. Queglod is at 9. And Sasha? Actually, no, why am I doing that?
11.
25 to 20.
Yep.
20 to 15. What'd you get?
I rolled 20, and I've got 2 initiative.
Okay, so you get the +5, so that puts you at 27.
Oh, well then.
Because you rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only nat 20 I'm gonna get.
Okay.
This game.
Sovak,
15.
15, and Bern.
1.
Okay, good to know. Rook, you are not the top of the initiative.
Oh, thank God. No, not thank God. But
That's not good.
That's not that.
That's the opposite of good.
Because it
No.
also rolled a natural 20 on its
Guys.
initiative.
I think we just keep crawling as fast as we can through here. Problem is,
It
our
will
initiatives
kill
are
us.
all out of whack. Yeah. Yeah, it will. If we stay here, it'll kill us. If we try to leave,
Can I
it'll
get an
kill us.
initiative order?
Yeah, sure.
No, basically, no matter what happens, there's going to be some dying.
Don't worry, I can die multiple times.
You're going to need to swivel them around.
Or have died multiple times.
Okay.
We can all die multiple times. The only problem is coming back afterwards gets
Oh,
more.
I can do that. In fact, throw me at it.
I was thinking the same thing,
Queglod immediately moves to try.
and I will let you
Okay.
know in a sec. what I'm planning.
Why is there 2 suds?
Because there's never enough.
Did that
subs.
not?
We always want.
Wait, what did I...
That was supposed to be me.
Oh, close enough.
Oh,
All right, so top of the initiative order is the Behir. As it looks down upon you all, you can see a lightning crackling in its mouth.
Oh,
I'm changing this.
Oh, father mucker.
I'm changing this music. I need better music. Where's my... Oh, let's use this one. There you go.
is it a straight line? Can it go?
yes, it is.
I'm okay. I'm slightly out.
No,
of
it's gonna shoot it like this.
Oh damn it!
Just to hit Rook. No, it is going to shoot it like that, and it's going to
There's
hit...
rock in the way, Chris. There's rock in the way.
Oh, there's rock in the way. Oh, what do
And
I
lightning
do
doesn't
then?
go through rock, Chris.
Well, no, but if it's above,
Rock is famously non-conductive.
Oh, no.
Famously so.
What'll I do? Okay, let's change this up then. Seeing as he's above...
Oh, why would I
10,
say this? I'm
15,
sorry,
20,
guys.
25, 30, 35,
I should have
40,
called him out
45,
before he was.
50. And he's going to lightning breath this way then.
I want to take cover behind
Well,
him.
we're fine on Sasha.
yeah.
You know what? You know what? The person with the river find
Oh no, Fang is dead.
Oh no,
Oh.
Fang!
Each creature in a line must make a dexterity saving throw. Alright. Dexterity saving throw. Aurum. That's cocked. Fails on a natural 1.
Oh.
Should also be
Because
the
you've been rolling a lot of ones.
Fang. Natural 3. Fails.
Oh, Fang.
Fang's
Oh,
gonna
no,
die.
baby, no. Fang's gonna die.
Should have got on my back.
Get
Fang.
ready for that revivify.
Oh wait, no,
because Fang
that's
is
that's
dead.
Sasha's die. I need to roll Malcolm's die.
Well, it's a good thing I've got another. I've got
Malcolm got not
300
enough.
PP diamond back.
Queglod. Queglod got enough for that.
Did Malcolm?
Malcolm didn't.
Oh.
Sovak, what'd you get?
21.
Okay, you
Perfect
succeed.
line.
Congratulations, you take half damage.
Congratulations, you take half damage. You take
These things-
65.
Hurt.
What did Sasha roll?
You don't need to roll.
You don't need to
You're
because
fine.
he's using the whole. It's behind cover.
Yeah, you've got a rock.
Oh, yay!
Yeah,
You're
and that's fair.
You're
anyway.
welcome, everyone.
All right, so
What did you say? Anything, Sam?
I like this. The two
Like,
tanks. cuddly
we
hiding
are
behind a
completely
rock.
fine to be shot here, and then you're.
Why? Because I was trying to make sure I stayed alive.
Well, congrats.
Yeah, let
Hey,
me know.
I never said I was smart.
Oh yeah, you don't care if you die, don't you?
No, I also there's the fact that if I die, I come back 1d3 days.
okay, I rolled pretty low, so there's that.
Haha.
So 43 points of lightning damage.
Haha.
2
Wait, total?
That's
total, yeah, not halved.
Oh.
So 43 points of lightning damage. So 21 to you, Sam. 1 damage off of instantly killing Feng,
Oh.
as he is unconscious. He has 22 hit points. It's 1 damage off of killing.
Oh, Fang.
On the other hand, Queglod takes, because she wasn't here to heal from the last session, that's 21 points of lightning damage to her, putting her at 49. And Malcolm is, he takes the full 43. So he goes down to 37, and Aurum the same. So, that thing uses its lightning breath as it breathes down, into the chasm. It has no more movement. It is currently 20 foot up, and it is currently there. Alright, next to the initiative, Rook.
Right. Bern,
Hello.
are you able to unuse enlarge reduce?
What?
Reduce size or what have you.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Could you shrink me at the end of the thing if I hold my go? Could you shrink me?
You're shouting this out, I assume.
Yeah.
You're shouting
I-
out, can you shrink me?
Yeah. I want to
Shrink me.
climb up
me!
and then grow back to normal size, and I'm just gonna brawl out above everyone with this thing. Is that at all possible?
You need to get a way to get up there.
Well, I can climb.
You can climb. It's gonna take him his entire movement to do so, but he can climb.
Could I instead use fly on him to make him?
Well, it's. Oh,
No,
yeah.
he's prone. If you use fly, he's currently squeezed, so if you use fly on him, he will just drag up along the side and he will get about 5 feet, and because he can crawl, so he can move 5 feet a turn.
He needs to be smaller is the main
He needs to
thing.
be smaller to be
Yeah.
able to move more than just 5 feet a turn.
Okay.
If you could do that, that'd be wonderful.
Sure. But you still won't be able to get to it.
Still, what? Pardon? Sorry, might cut out.
Infernal?
Hello?
Hello.
Oh,
Okay,
I-
guys, you're going to hate me. I've just remembered I've got Pass Without a Trace.
So does Malcolm, but he's not here to cast it, so...
Yeah,
I
but
hate
am
both
here.
of you. Deeply.
I've told you guys, I cast cantrips and attack people when you're not here, unless it's a serious fight.
I think this is pretty serious now.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
It's a fucking Behir.
It's only a
It almost
Behir.
killed Feng.
I wish
Okay,
Behold
right.
was
For
here.
starters, it's only one Behir. If Chris really wanted to kill us, he'd just throw 100 small dribbly things at us.
I mean, those watching on the stream know that I copy and pasted a second one in. Whether I need it or not is another matter.
Oh my god.
Why? Why, Chris? Can ye not?
Okay, well, for my go, just to wrap my go up, would you be able to do that on your go, Bern?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, in that case, I'm going to hold my movement and my attack.
You can only hold one.
I'm going to hold my movement. I'm going to hold my movement for after that has happened, and I'm going to climb up. And yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so ends my go.
Alright. Malcolm, on his turn, who's prone.
Spells. Use spells.
What does he have? He could use Pass Without a Trace.
Wouldn't be very useful right now.
Try to take the hide action.
He could.
Hmm. I don't suppose there's anything he can turn into that would be effective. Can he turn into into a dragon again? Because that seemed pretty effective.
I mean,
Can.
would he fit?
He can borrow
Oh, right.
if he turns into a stone dragon.
And then his breath weapon would be rocks.
No, then his breath weapon is a forceful pushback.
Nice. Go, Malcolm. You're our only hope.
Yeah, sure. He'll expend a... I think it has to be a 4th or 5th level for this. I don't know. I don't have his list. I gave him a
think that's
list.
a 4th level spell slot because he had 2 of them.
I'm gonna see if I can find my list of dragons for him.
But like, don't quote me on that because I'm done.
Hey, Infernal, do you remember how... Or, Harlan, do you remember how the system works for using your beast shape with spell slots?
You need to expend a spell slot equal to or greater than the creature.
Oh! Okay, in which case he's going to expend a 2nd level spell slot. To turn to a stone wyrmling.
Wait, they're a CR2?
Yeah, they're pretty weak though.
Oh. Wild.
Yeah,
Wild.
Alright. Spending another 2nd level spell slot. He is going to spend his action to transform into a stone wyrmling. Alright.
Oh, it's an action to transform?
Yes, it's an action, unless he manages to land an attack. Incoming! It's gone now. And his movement would be spent up burrowing around to get himself unprone. So, Sovak.
Well then. Will I be able to see it from where I am?
Yeah, it shot lightning at you.
Okay, I know you said like I asked a stupid question. And I realised that I did, but
I've got a lollipop in my mouth as well.
this makes you sound more sarcastic. Okay then.
Yeah, it does. It's great.
If I cast Conjure Barrage, it would hit, and I tried to like cast it up. Sorry, that's the wrong thing. It would hit the other
Yes.
my allies, wouldn't
Because cone does also incorporate up and down.
it? Yes, I thought it would do. So that's a no-go. Ooh. Ha 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 ha. Oh, that. Okay, right. I'm going to cast. I believe I'm going to cast Wind Wall.
Okay.
I'm going to try and cast it above, sort of, on this line. Now let me get up the description.
Okay. With the intent to...
Just annoy it, discourage it. This won't work, but let's see what happens. Helps if the things I copy and pasted the spell from has everything, and then oh god damn! I don't want. Stop! I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. Fuck off, Don John. Spelllist.com. Fucking spells. D&D spells. That's the one.
Wow. I think he's something's happening.
Yeah, he's trying to find the spell Wind Wall, was it?
Wind Wall.
Perfect.
What level is it?
It's a third level spell, range 120 feet. Concentration up to 1 minute. 1 action to cast.
Can make the wall up to 50 foot long, 15 foot high, and 1 foot thick. You can shape the wall any way you choose, so long as it makes one continuous path along the ground. Or in this case, the wall. So there would be an opening if at the base of this, depending on how you made it. From what you can see, and from what you'd know, the cavern opens up above this, but it's not that large. It's enough for a Behir to crawl through successfully, and there's maybe another 5 foot of headroom. So it's about a 20 foot...
So it's sort of this sort of deal. It looks like a little tree, is what I'm
Yes,
getting.
effectively.
And we're
so
in this space here.
yeah, and it's 20 foot high, and it's 20 foot down. So if you
Okay.
made it around, the 50 foot would encompass this area here, except for
I
the
think-
gap at the bottom.
But the gap, that would stop him from moving about, or would just make it more difficult for him to do so.
As Rook gets up there and gets blown away. Team Rook is blasting off again!
If you placed it right, we could make one of those indoor skydiving bits.
Okay, cool. So I am going to make it. You know what? I'm going to make it in the upper area. I'm going to try and make it on the Behir's head,
His head.
Okay.
because that way it also can take 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Each creature in the
eight.
area makes a strength saving throw.
So yes,
Okay. That is a... what is it? A strength save?
strength save. Yes,
13.
doesn't make a DC.
Alright, so take...
Bam.
3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Go on and do that. 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Could have been better.
I've seen worse.
Yes, have I.
Okay. So,
I don't. It won't physically stop anything from moving, but
yeah, that's true. But it does damage as you create a wind wall as you quickly perform the incantations. The area around proceeds to become difficult terrain for the Behir, as now it is surrounded by this rushing wind in this vicinity. And you are now concentrating on a spell.
Cool.
Okay.
I would move, but I. Wait a minute, I can move. Oh no, we're squeezed,
No,
so we can't move through.
no.
each other.
You
Move.
can't move through squeezed targets. Nope.
Didn't. So. Okay.
Okay. Sasha.
That is.
Oh, it's time. Okay, so obviously I can't see things.
You saw
so
it,
I'm
and then it
most-
ran away.
No, as in I cannot see what is going on. Harlan cannot.
Harlan cannot.
So, and I do not have line of sight on this thing, do I?
No.
It'll be possible if you spent a bonus action to try and look to see if you can see past the area where you are, but
The wall as well. You got the rock and
you got a
Okay.
rock. You got a rock and several members of your party between you and it.
a rook.
Is there anything I can do to just provide advantage to people? That's or but give people bonuses. That's literally all I can really do.
If you
You
can
know,
think of a
bless.
way to provide the help action, then yeah.
Okay.
Sing a song.
He's
Okay.
not bad.
I'm going. I could see it, so I did not. I'm going to use the spell, the spiritual weapon, and just yeet it towards us wherever I think it is.
Okay. Yeeting a spiritual weapon. So 5, 10, 15, 20. What's the range on it?
60 foot.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, I'll say because you can't currently see the target, it will be an attack with disadvantage.
That's fine.
Still pretty good. 14 and 13, plus what?
And
And also what level?
Well, it's second level.
Okay.
Because you know me, Chris. I never do it at any other level. But that should be plus 7.
Okay, that hits, and does 1d8 plus 3 force damage. 6.
Yeah.
Alright.
Love it.
As the Sasha Smashfist... Oh, don't know what I just did there. As the Sasha Smashfist flies through the air, it strikes into the side of the Behir, slamming against the outside of its skin. Its tough hide takes the hit, and it seems a little bit phased, but not too much.
And with my action, I'm going to cast guidance on whoever is I can see who is closest.
So Rook or Bern?
Yeah, Bern. No, Rook. Give Rook.
What's guidance?
Lets you roll an extra d4 on a one of. So,
He's lagging.
well done. You just got
Yeah.
a really shit inspiration.
You got a d4 you can use on one ability check.
Okay, cool. That's useful.
It's also a concentration spell, so... Actually,
Perfect.
is it?
It is a concentration spell,
Okay.
but it's. Let's be honest. He's going to be using it next turn, probably.
That's fair. Alright, end of their turn. Queglod is going to take 2 shots at the Behir.
Oh, I bet Queglod's well happy about this. You know, the place doesn't want to be. I'm stuck in a hole.
Queglod has a +7 to hit, so the first one doesn't hit, the second one does. Just 5 points of damage.
Perfect.
Muting myself to eat some crisps.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So that does 5 points of damage. Alright. End of Queglod's turn. Feng. So that's saving throw. Just so to be in your favour, I'll roll it with the green dice. That's a 3.
Hey.
That's a fail for Feng.
Of course.
Yep. So, Bern.
Um. Hmm.
I'm so sorry. I forgot about Fang.
Right. Well,
It's fine, so did I.
seeing as I can't see it from here, right?
With your current position, no, not really.
Alright.
If you did, it would have 3/4 cover still.
I'll use reduce on myself and Jamie then.
Twin spell? Is that twinning spell, or...?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
As the two of you... Just going to copy other forms of you. As you get smaller. Shrinking to half the size... Ooh, Sovak, sorry. Shrinking to half the size as the two of you shrink. Rook, you try and jettison yourself up the side of the cavern. Go ahead and roll me a athletics check. You make it with disadvantage because he's reduced.
What kind of check?
Athletics, which is strength.
Either way, the lowest that is gonna be 18.
Disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, so yes. And
Fine,
your weapon
18.
does 1d4 less. 18, okay. You also have your additional d4 from guidance.
God, doesn't 18 survive? But yes,
Well,
I will do.
this is to determine-
Oh, bugger me! Hang on, one sec.
This
No
is to
panic.
determine if you manage to make it up to the top in one turn. No. Okay. Crawling up the side, you manage to find good footholds. You climb quickly, going up and climbing. You reach the top. If you were to be unreduced now, you would probably get stuck.
Okay.
Okay.
Do that then.
And I will get on top of my thingy and float up.
Okay. You float up to the side. You are now 10 feet... No, 20 feet above.
I believe 15.
Hmm?
You said 15 was the max.
For what? The...
It carrying me. So 15 feet above.
Right, yes, sorry.
Yeah.
It has its own max. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay. As you are 15 foot up on the top of your spear. Okay, that's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, the Bahir's turn. Does it get its breath weapon back?
Oh, please say no.
I
No.
can hope not.
Thank God.
However, it has just seen a beautiful morsel climb its way up to where he is. As he sees two individuals. And is going to come and say hi.
Oh, Jesus.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing?
This
Yeah,
is,
that's going to be...
I've just remembered something. The wind wall, small creatures cannot pass through.
Yes, that's useful for the Bahir. It's useful for the rest of your party, though.
It's to note for the rest of the party.
Yes.
All that,
It is going to perform... yeah, it's going to do a bite and constrict against you. Against, let's see. I'd like each of you to roll me a charisma check to see who's more tasty.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Or constitution, your choice. You can choose the lower.
Okay, Chris, okay.
Oh no, there's the same for Infernal. What a shame.
Well, okay. Alright, whatever. It's gonna be me, obviously. Yeah, 5.
Can I check?
Hmm?
Charisma or con?
Or con, yeah.
Has
Yeah,
it got
so
to
it's
be the
completely
lowest?
the same for me. No, they're both +5 for me.
Oh,
16.
So that's a 16. Okay, Bern, you look tastier. He's going to take 2 bite swings against you. Or 1 bite, 1 constrict. The bite...
delicious beef.
It's a nat 20, isn't it?
It's a nat 1.
Oh,
As it goes to bite at you, it bites a chunk of the rock next to you, lifts it up, and it is going to perform its constrict against the rock. Natural 2. As it takes the bite against the rock and constricts it, it crushes the rock and looks back down at the small creature, and then just like tilts its head to the side slightly, like, how did you do that? Alright.
I did it, yes.
End of its turn. Rook, you are currently 5 feet away from it. You're not prone. You are just like on the edge of this area.
I am how close to it?
You're about
You can
5
climb
feet.
a bit more up, though.
You're 5 feet below it. Yeah, he moved 15 feet up from climbing, but he needs another 5 foot to get to the top. That's what the athletics check was for. See how far he could get.
Yeah, so you can get the 5 foot now.
So you can get the remainder of the distance now.
Cool. Is there anywhere I can go that will give me advantage?
No. You're just going to have to move across to the other side of him.
Okay.
Hold on.
Here?
Oop.
Ah! A rock smashed me in the face.
Yep. Not the stone. The as in the. Oh, hold on.
What are you?
Dragon's
what?
in the way. There we go. Hey, you're 20 foot up.
Perfect. Right.
All right.
Okay.
You are currently reduced, so it's up to you if you wish to take your swings now or wait.
I will wait. Yes.
Okay.
I will
You
wait.
can hold his action, right?
And
You can hold his action to swing, yeah.
can I hold action surge as well?
No, just your action.
Okay, I'll hold my action.
Okay. Malcom on his turn is going to proceed to burrow up to the surface with a 30-foot burrow speed.
For God's sakes, of course he does.
And he's going to burrow up to here. And he is going to take... For a dragon, or a dragon wyrmling, he's...
Does he technically have advantage from me?
No, because you're underneath him at the moment.
Ah, okay. Okay. Oh, because it
He's-
looked on my screen. It looked
He's
like it was
going to
above it.
perform a headbutt attack.
Oh, no.
That hits. Does 2d6 plus 5 bludgeoning damage. That's 3d6. That is 17 damage. 17 bludgeoning damage as you watch as the stone wyrmling crawls up through the stone, and as it digs its way out, just whacks its head into the hind of the Behir as it turns around and sees a lump of stone currently crawling towards it. Righty then.
Oh,
The stone he just destroyed, his brother is here.
yeah. One angry rock.
Oh, that's useful to know. Alright. Sovak. Sam.
I forgot I was muted for a second, and then I connected. Okay, there's no way I can cast Conjure Barrage without hitting anyone. So, there's that. So, you know what? I'm just gonna fire my bow and arrow at it.
Okay. Make 2 attacks with your bow and arrow.
Where has my character sheet gone? Oh, it's on a different thing.
Did you actually get ammunition for your...
Yes, I believe I did.
If you don't have it in your character sheet, then you didn't.
I did. I remember buying it. Yes, I remember spending the money for it because I spent all my money on it, and someone else helped pay for it. I believe.
Yeah.
I believe
or-
Jamie helped me.
Wasn't
Helped
it?
you with what?
You said it was for what? 20 plus 1 arrows? If I remember correctly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you
Just
said
put
you
that
wouldn't
in.
need more. For a
Well,
while.
a good thing I've got them now. So first attack roll. Fucking hell. That one.
Okay, roll again.
Oh,
Second attack.
come on.
Oh,
Alright.
That's still a 14, but I doubt that.
No, that doesn't hit. As you're firing up through the cavern, you fire the first one. As it shoots up, it goes past the Bahir and into the ceiling above, and that's going to be annoying to retrieve. The other one, as you fire it, glances off the stone where you are as it bounces off, flying further towards Sasha. Sasha, you hear a clink next to you as an arrow lands at your feet.
This has gone bad. Okay, bows. How do they work? Okay, how has I got on my fingers? Okay, good. Excellent.
Okay,
They're
Sasha,
all going to die.
you're all going to die.
You're all going to die.
It's me just standing like I shouldn't have got.
Did you have a
an
bonus
arrow.
action you wanted to do? Sorry. Sovak? Did you have a bonus action you wanted to do?
I was just thinking whether I wanted to try and move.
Oh, sorry, I did not realize I was muted. I'm very sorry.
Do you want to move or no?
No, I don't really see a point in it.
Okay. Sasha,
Underneath the Bahir.
Right.
currently the entire
Ah.
way is free.
Where is Fang Baby?
Unconscious next to Queglod.
Can I see him?
Not at the moment.
I sent you a picture, brother.
I know, I'm looking at it.
Okay.
But, okay, is there a place I could move where I would be able to see Fang?
Also, I just realised I remembered I forgot about B, so I'll have her do her stuff next turn.
Is there a place to move where I could see Fang?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you can do that.
Excellent. I go there. I doubt I'm within touching distance, am I?
No, you have to get past Queglod.
Then that is absolutely fine. I'm going to use my bonus action to just spend my bonus action to smicky smack the Bahir with my smacking stick.
You mean your spiritual weapon?
Yes, my smacking stick.
Okay. Makes an attack roll. You know where it is. Basic roll. That hits. D8 plus 4. 12 damage. Nice.
Nice. Yes, and then I'm going to use life transference to yeet a lot of health points into Fang.
That's 3d10 damage to you, or is it 4d10?
But I think it's 3d10. Let me. I need to find it.
Infernal, you used
Sorry,
it
it's
once.
quite low down in my list.
Huh?
You used it once upon a time. Do you remember what life transference does?
I've never used life transference.
Have you not?
Wilbur.
4d8 is what it is. 4d8.
Oh, yeah. Alright, Sudz.
I doubt I'll need more than that for Fang.
You take 20 damage, and Fang is healed by 40.
Yeah, even healed up.
He
healed
doubled
up-
his healing.
You.
Almost.
Alright,
Eh.
so Fang is back to full health. So, with Fang no longer needing to worry about the fact that he's hurt, or was hurt.
What happened? Am I dead? What?
Okay. Casting life transference, as you do so, you feel a portion of your strength leave your body as you revitalize Fang as he begins to breathe once more, as he sputters up a little bit and looks around, seeing the Bahir overhead being challenged by half the party.
Get up, run away. Make sure you are not hittable.
He's a bit stuck.
Queglod is going to make 2 shots with Eldritch Blast. Missing and missing. Never mind.
Wow.
Queglod's turn is over.
That's like what I had last
Mhm.
session on Grim.
Exactly. Fang is going to get up, and he is going to go this way. And then he's going to stop, and he's going to use his bonus action to hide. Okay, yeah, that's fine. You got 20 total. He's hidden. So, Bern.
Alright, I'll stop concentration.
You'll stop
That's free,
concentration.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just going to move the Bahir to make you right size. Because you need. Yeah, so it'll push you out of the cavern. So, you and Rook are now proper size.
Yes.
Um,
Hopefully I'll have some advantage. Oh, I do.
and
I
you're
can
on
hit him.
top of your spear still, or no?
Huh?
There you go. Actually, you'd be pushed to the nearest tile, which would be there,
Yeah, that's fine.
because the Bahir would have to be here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Never mind. Okay. And Jamie, I'd like you to go ahead and make your attacks. You do have advantage in your current position. Great Weapon Master or no?
Yes.
Okay. Your attacks.
So he's going in.
That is 10, so it's 19.
19? Wait, with Great Weapon
Yep.
Master?
No, it's not.
15
What am I
actually.
to take off?
It's 15. You
Negative
take off 4,
four, so it's
so it's
15.
15.
Yeah.
Doesn't hit. And the second attack, 20. That hits. Go ahead and roll your
Perfect.
damage, doing 1d12 plus...
Wow,
Hang on.
you can
You can
reroll.
reroll. Yep. I can't reroll that.
Fuck my life.
As you deal
Plus
1,
what?
1
Plus
plus
11?
plus 8 plus 5, so plus 13. So that's 14 points of damage. On a
Oh
one,
my god.
on a 1 damage, you do 14 points of damage. Wow. Alright.
Broken.
So, Bern, rest of your turn?
Yes, let's see. Let me just calculate, real quick.
Back in a sec, guys.
Okay.
Yes, of course. Hmm. We're about to take a rest. Oh.
Yeah.
Do I
How
cast 5th
injured
level
does this guy
fireball
look?
on it? It's
No, I
taken
would
some
not.
hits, but it's not... doesn't look too bad.
Hmm.
It's got a few slashes, a few bruises, and they're beginning to form, and it is beginning to bleed, but it's nothing special.
Yes. Well, I think there's nothing else I can do, so... con save.
Oh. Seven.
How much?
7.
That is not a success, I can tell you that.
If it was a success,
Now
I'd
remind me, you
question.
nerfed this to 98. Chris?
Oh, what, Major
It was
Rupture?
nerfed to 98, correct? Yes.
I think it always was 98. Hold on.
Yeah, it was 98 and then at the end of the thing, I believe.
Oh, double
That's
check.
how you
If we're wrong, we'll take off this. If it adds 1, we'll add 1. So just go ahead and do that while I figure out.
I'll roll those, and the bottom right one I'm not rolling.
Yeah, that's fine. Total?
48.
48. Major Rupture is 10d8, so roll the extra one.
Oh, 10.
It
Is
is.
this the nerfed one or the previous one?
No, this is the correct one. The one that does the damage at the end of their next turn. And
Oh
that-
yeah, okay, because you... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that is an extra
So,
1 damage to
49.
49 points of damage, so that will deal 24 points of damage at the end of its next turn. Oof. 49 points of damage, that brings it down pretty low. As you look at the
Grab its
injuries
tail
of
and
this
just-
thing, you grab its tail with as you're floating on your spear there, re-enlarging yourself. You watch as the energy of the hematurgic magic shoots down its tail. You watch as a portion of its back and scales begin to split and peel. As it's carved down each portion of it, the lightning energy from its surrounding form begins to crackle and spurt out from the outside of it as it screeches out in pain as this occurs. It's bloodied.
You're not the first one we took down.
Did I die
The
yet?
last.
No, Bern just did 49 points of damage and we'll do another 24 at the end of the Behir's next turn.
Oh,
Which
yes.
is now. So on its turn, does it get its breath weapon back? No.
Yeah, bonus action now. Never
Now,
mind.
it's not going to target you, Bern. It's going to
Oh.
target the dragon.
Oh.
Because these things have a hatred for dragons, apparently.
What?
What the? What?
Isn't it a dragon itself?
Foes of the dragons. In times long forgotten, giants and dragons engaged in seemingly endless war. Storm giants created the first Behirs as weapons against the dragons, and Behirs retain a natural hatred for dragonkind.
What? Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to
Interesting.
perform its 2 attacks versus Malcom.
They're a genetic weapon.
That hits? Yes, they are. It's as if it's an original mechanic.
Seems like-
And...
They're orcs.
don't know what you're talking about. Second one doesn't hit, but the bite hits. Doing. It is resistant to this damage because it is non-magical. Good to know. 7, let's make that. 27 points of piercing damage, halved to 13. Okay. Malcom takes that damage as it attempts to wrap itself around him. Malcom bites at it and pulls himself back, avoiding any further conflict as the Behir, at the end of its turn, you watch as it begins to split further and its wounds open up, gouging out huge bouts of blood that begin to run down the side of it and into the crevasse below. Sovak and Sasha, you are being covered currently in Behir blood. It has a slight electrical touch and feel to it.
I feel alive. Wait a minute.
With power! Alright. Rook, your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna hit it twice
Okay.
with Great Weapon Master, because sod it one.
Go ahead, you have advantage. First attack. Misses. Second attack. Hits.
Cool.
You roll the damage first, so 1d12 plus 13.
If I get a 1. 12. Okay.
25 points of damage. It's looking like it's on death's door.
Okay, I'm gonna use that, because sod it.
Action surge. Alright, 2 attacks. Great Weapon Master or no?
Yep.
Yep. Doesn't hit.
There you go.
Alright, go ahead and roll your 2d12 plus 6 damage. Let's see how much you overkill this thing by. I know he's dead. 12 plus 13, another 25 points of damage. As the edge of its skin begins to rupture and the blood begins to pour out of this thing, where it has been injured and drastically wounded by the major rupture, you swing up with your axe as you carve through a portion of the horn as it dislodges, falling off to one side and falling further into the ravine elsewhere. And as you swing with the next one, you carve into its torso as you spill a portion of its innards with a single slice. Electricity crackles along the outside of your blade as you pull it to one side. The Behir slumps and begins to slide, blocking and wedging itself in the cavern as it begins to bleed down further into the rocks below.
So you know how we said that it's a natural weapon? How does that? I don't suppose that procs your murder axe.
No, not that. Well, my axe seems to be fine. Hello, axe.
It's worth a try.
I look at axe. Axe
Axe
looks
is
fine.
fine.
See, whiff.
Are you sure you don't want to suck up none of that Behir blood axe? Axing?
just
No.
dip axe into blood. No, it doesn't seem like it wants to. It just seems very confused.
Sasha, are you getting
Uh-huh.
a slight buzz? Because I am.
Honestly, something similar, yes.
Ha!
It just keeps telling me to kill Sovak. I don't know.
Okay.
I just don't
okay.
know.
That's not funny.
Okay. Malcolm is going to
Little funny.
untransform and he is going to proceed to carve up this thing. Actually, no, he's going to stay into a dragon and he is going to speak in
I'll help him out
Draconic,
with it, I guess.
as he's going to say to Sasha and Bern in Draconic, to carve it up. He's going to burrow the path and he's going to try and make it wider.
Can I check
you
round, see, make sure everything's all safe and clear and there's.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Sasha, would you like to help me carve this thing?
Oh, I'd love to. Who's best at carving things?
Perception 1.
Well,
I've
the
got
guy that's
19.
best at carving things is currently making the path bigger for us.
Okay, but I mean, what's your carving things?
A 0.
Perfect.
If it's survival, mine's a +4.
It's survival.
Mine's
Yeah,
plus
Then
5.
I'll do the carving
I'll
things
help
you
you
provide
out,
me
yes.
with. Yes.
Yes.
No, I'm
I-
not helping you. You're helping me, Bern.
I can help, I've got plus 5 in survival.
Holy shit! Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Rook would be the one carving with advantage here.
Okay.
What should be 2 nat ones?
Also, I forgot to attack with B again.
And I
Doesn't
got
really matter now.
fucking 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Okay.
Yes.
I was close.
Okay,
I was
as you're proceeding to
damn
carve
close.
this thing, it's hard to carve. It's been butchered.
It's ruptured.
Yeah, it's ruptured. You watch you and Bern as you're proceeding to try and carve this thing up as best you can, while Sasha and Malcom are carving a path forward. Bern cuts off a few bits of hide. They're in tatters, though they've been torn apart. You watch as he takes a vial and collects up the blood. As he gives it a little shake, you watch as a little bit of static travels through it. The blood might be worth something.
Okay.
With the amount
Yeah,
of blood
I
there
think
is,
that's
it is spilling, but Bern proceeds to gather up as much as he can,
Yeah.
using a few spare vials, and you do the same.
I have a few jars if you need them.
No, I'm fine. I have some.
All right.
Okay. You fill up as much as you can. I will say you have 1 jar and 3 vials of Bahir's blood. Because of the major rupture.
A lot of blood.
It's a lot of
How many vials?
3 vials and 1 jar. Yeah. The 1 horn, I'll also say while you're digging. What was your perception check you made earlier for looking around?
19.
19. You do, looking around, you see a slight hole or kind of alcove above you in the ceiling. Probably where the Bahir slept. But looking further on, you can see that single horn where it's jammed in the, where it's got fallen and gotten stuck in the crack further up.
Okay.
If someone could get me up there, I have digging tools to get it out.
In answer to your random hand flailing infernal, that was Sam's interpretation of what the crack looked like.
Oh.
What?
I see.
It was accurate when he was talking about it. He's also muted, so he can't explain.
Ah.
There's a little tree. A little yellow tree.
It looked like a nuke explosion, but okay.
Well, if that just so happens. to be an
Sovak's seen
effect,
some things.
okay, he may or may not have been involved in a war that involved gods. So quite frankly, a nuke seems to be a minor thing.
No, may or may not have. He was involved in the war that involved God.
So-
Not that he'll truly admit
So
to
is the
himself.
horn blocking the way?
No, the horn's not that. The horn's probably about, I'd say about a foot long.
Okay.
It's just a trinket from where you cut it off from your final kill.
Excellent. I totally want to take that.
Okay.
It's like a trophy.
Alright, take the horn. Proceeding to press on, now with the area being cleared as Malcom digs through it as he makes the way wider. After about another 10 minutes journey, now that you can move at a proper speed, you make it out onto the other side. A little bit battered, a little bit bloodied, and certainly electrified. You find yourself in what looks to be a regular cavern leading forward. Various branching off areas where you see the lights go from a green and you see a pathway turning blue.
Hey, happy days. That's what we want. Is there anywhere we can sleep? God, we need to sleep.
You can, I mean, it's a cavernous area. You can sleep. It doesn't particularly matter. But yeah.
Excellent.
Just
Shall
we
we-
need to make sure it's relatively safe. But luckily, we have the golden string of alarm.
Yes.
Yes, you do. Okay. So you're setting up the alarm. You obviously haven't got a Lehman's Tiny Hut anymore. So, if that's the case. Who's taking watch?
I'll take
first.
one.
Sasha will
can
take
take-
one, Rook will take one, Sovak will take one.
I can
And-
take two, I believe. Take
Oh yeah, you can. And Bern, you'll take one
Yeah, sure.
as well, because that's all of the party members who are here.
Yep.
If you would like any other NPC, if you would like anybody else to be a part of this watch with you, you can have them.
How are you feeling, Feng?
Did I accidentally...
That's on my one.
Yeah, that's fine. So you can have Fang. I accidentally deleted Sudz's tile. Oops.
Yes, you did. Because you copied one extra.
Yeah, because I gave him the dragon and that was it. Alright. So, I'll put these down with Big Rook. Alright. So, first watch was going to be who?
Me.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception check, please. And are you using a light or no? If you're not using a light, this perception check will be made as normal as you are spending your entire time perceiving. If you use a light, you will have advantage.
I don't really... Have we got a... Yeah, fuck it, I'll use a light.
Okay, so you're going to light up your hammer? Or your...
Yep.
No, your hammer. Your axe, sorry. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
19
Okay.
plus
19
1.
plus 1. 20. As you're resting, the rest of your party gets to sleep. You have a short meal and you proceed to rest up. As they proceed to get to sleep, you sit there, you watch, you see in this portion of the cavern, you watch as a few rats scurry out from the crack where you just came from, and they proceed to kind of see you, stop, turn back around, and run back in. Other than that, where you are seems to be fairly silent.
Cool. Excellent.
Fucking rats.
Oh, they morbin.
Okay. Next watch.
I'll go.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a perception check. Are you putting your light out, Rook?
Yeah, do you want me to leave the light on for you? Okay.
That's fine.
I can wish the axe into the ground and leave it lit for you.
It's fine. I don't need it.
It's not like anyone's gonna take it.
No, no one's gonna touch it. You can try. No, alright, I'll put it out then.
Okay. You put it out. Go ahead and make me a perception check then, please, Bern.
That's not good.
What's that?
I think that's a 2.
Should have left it lit.
Yes, that is in fact a 2.
Okay. Give me just a moment.
Oof. Just a moment.
Need to roll some dice.
Oh no. He needs to roll some random encounter.
No.
A bit here. Yeah.
No.
Here's another bit here. Good!
1d10 beheres.
Oh my god.
I don't think we could take more than 3, if I'm honest.
No.
Okay.
We'll be fine.
We could, but we weren't guaranteed survival.
I'll be fine.
Sovak hides.
No,
I'm hard enough to kill. I'll probably be all right.
I die. I come back though.
As you're resting, as you're sat there and you're waiting, you hear this grinding sound from down the hallway. It's not very loud, but it's getting closer.
Oh.
Grinding sound.
Yes,
Does it
almost
sound
like
familiar?
metal dragging on stone.
Does it sound familiar?
Roll me a history check or nature check with advantage.
History or... Alright, they're both... 17.
17. You recognize the sound. It doesn't sound humanoid.
I don't know out of character what this might be.
You'd probably know what this is. If you think you know what this is out of character, then it might be what you're thinking of.
I don't suppose it's more metal guys.
Are you doing anything after hearing this dragging? Keep in
How
mind you
far away
can't-
does it sound?
On that perception check, it's hard to tell.
Who's next after me in what watch?
Sasha and Feng.
Sasha.
And Sovak.
Sasha. Sovak.
Yes. Sorry.
What's up?
Quiet. There's...
Also, Sasha, I will
believe
remind
there's-
you you're not wearing your armor.
Wait, what?
You're asleep,
Yeah,
you're not wearing your armor.
I spend the next 10 minutes putting my armor on.
No.
No!
No, I don't have time.
I'm sorry, Bern. By the time you wake me up, you're going to bed.
Shut up.
Be quiet.
Okay, can I cast Pass Without a Trace, please?
Yeah, sure. You cast Pass
I
Without Trace
just
on
told
the
you
party.
what's happening, but okay.
Just in case it's something terrifying.
You
okay?
cast Pass Without Trace on the party as you all become quieter. You hear the dragging sound of metal on stone. and you watch as these two orange antennae pop up from just down
there we
where
go.
the hallway is. You watch as they
Oh,
kind
I knew
of
it.
quiver in the air as they flicker and they kind of point towards your party. As you hear the grinding sound get louder, as you recognize what looks to be a mite-like creature of bright rust orange currently crawling up, known as a rust monster.
Yep. That's what I thought. I wake the fuck everyone up. It's coming towards us, right?
Yeah, who are you waking up?
Everyone.
You're waking everybody up, okay.
Oh, I'm so tired. Stop waking.
It's
It's a good thing this is my wake up time.
Okay, so you're all
alright.
woken up. I will remind you, if you engage in combat
I'll be
here...
back shortly. I need to go grab food. Chris, you know my initiative is a -1.
Okay. If you are going to engage in combat, you will not gain the benefit of long rest. You'll have to restart.
yeah.
Except for those who are on watch.
We could try being friendly with them.
I believe. Do I know Rust Monster that they only have like tremor sense or something?
I'd say from your previous history on Nature Roll, you know that they are attracted to non-magical metals.
Non-magical or magical?
Non-magical.
Non-magical metal.
So
Anyone have any
gold,
non-magical
silver, non-magical weapons such as daggers, things
Oh
like
no,
that.
literally all our money.
I'll also say Sovak, because of the previous thing, say you have 19 ammo instead of 18, because you collect one.
Cool.
Do we have any things that would attract? That I know of?
Your scimitars, what are they? Are they magical? Or not scimitars? What swords have you got? You have blades.
Me,
Yes,
I've got rapiers. Of course.
rapiers, that's the one. Are they magical?
They are +1, so yes.
Right.
Yes, I've got 2 rapiers, don't I?
Does anyone have any non-magical metal on them?
Well, me and Sasha
got this
have
feeling.
smithing tools in our bags.
What kind of tools?
Smithing.
I have the same.
We all have money.
Don't know if they go after money.
It is non-magical metal, is it not?
Chris, is money magic?
No.
I didn't think so. Well, how do you deal with it?
Just get ready if it attacks us.
Yeah,
Stay quiet.
just stay, wait, watch if it does engage. I mean, yeah. Are these things blind?
They're...
From...
We've used their
I'd say
antenna.
make me a perception check on this thing, or a nature check, whichever's higher.
Oh my god, my nature is 1, my perception is 1, so I'm just going with whatever the hell it is.
Wait, Rust? No. Wait,
14.
weren't these things the weak ones?
Weren't these things the weak ones that are half CR? Yes.
Oh my, I was mixing up their stats with the other one, Chris. The one which confuses you with his gaze.
Oh, the
I know what it is, but I was confusing its stats with that
the
one.
Umber Hulk. Oh, my
Yeah.
God. So it's an Umber Hulk. No, it's just this mite that's
No,
about
I
the
thought it
size.
was
That's about
the
the
Rust
size
Monster,
of.
but it had the stats of an Umber Hulk.
Okay, what was that? A perception?
14.
Okay, before you see what looks to be about the size of a great mastiff, a giant mite-like creature, covered in these thin rust-coloured plating, these two antennae that quiver and begin to point and kind of move around as it begins to observe your party. It does have a set of eyes, it also has a great sense of smell by the looks of it, as it does seem to be sniffing the air for the metal. It sees you all, it doesn't seem to be wanting to engage.
Oh, cool. Like I say, the only metal I think we've got is Feng's sword, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
In that
Jordan.
case-
Everything else is magical up to high fuck.
Yeah. Malcolm's going to go back to bed because he was woken up
Yeah.
for a half CR creature.
Likewise.
That's... You can all go to bed. It's fine. I'll... Wait, do I have any metal on me?
Jesus Christ.
What to do with some indiscriminate killing?
Oh,
We don't need to kill it.
well, I kind of do have some.
We can go back to bed.
Jesus Christ!
I don't need
When
to
the
go
hell did I
back.
pick that up?
What did you pick up?
I got 2 hunting traps.
Oh, that too might also be non-magical metal.
Oh, do you need both of them?
I don't even know why I've got that. Oh, I was gonna bring a trap in the wall there. Why I did?
Can I have one of them?
Why? Okay. I will give him one. They are heavy.
That's fine.
Okay. I'll give him one then. There you go. You have one.
Okay.
Now I'm going back to bed.
You can go back to bed, yes.
Okay. Is everybody else
move
going back to
slowly
bed?
towards it. Set down the thingy, and then go back.
Are you going to set it or just put it
No,
there?
no, no, just leave it.
Okay. The rust monster moves up to it, sniffs it, and you hear the sound of metal grinding on metal as it just tears into it and begins to tear it apart. Taking the metal, you watch as its antenna quiver, and you watch as the metal begins to slowly corrode, and it proceeds to bite off chunks of rust and just nom down on them. After about 5 minutes of its noisy eating habits, it looks up at you, and then it kind of sniffs the air a bit more, and then just wanders off into the darkness.
That's fine. Right. That's it for my watch, I guess.
Okay.
Make loads.
Sasha,
That
Fang,
thing
and
comes
Sovak.
back with friends. So, Feng, how are you doing after your near-death experience back there?
It was terrifying, but that's why I guess I'm not supposed to be getting involved in this.
Yes.
Usually
Well,
I'd sneak past such creatures, but I guess we didn't see them.
Yeah. I reckon maybe we should put you at the front or the back, so that you've always got an escape route.
I mean, I was at the back, and I could try and have vaulted over, but I'm not very, wouldn't have
Yeah,
been
that might
easy
have
with
ended
Orem in the
poorly.
way. Yes. Kind of got the jump on us, so not really much that could have been done.
Right, I just wish I could have helped more. Did bring you back from the brink of death, though, so that's good.
That is good, yes.
Yeah, had a few close calls like that. There was this one dwarf who we brought back from the dead, and then he went mad and tried to murder us.
So you're not talking about the one in Craganville?
Oh no, he was easy to bring back.
I think he's talking about the one.
Yeah, I know who he's talking about, but Fang wasn't there, so Fang don't know.
No. That one was easy. I mean, had a bit of poison in him, but after that, it was just like, revivify, he's back.
It's good
Really
to
no
know that
problem.
even if I die, I won't be in too bad a hands.
Well,
Unless things
as long
go
as we're
really
not in Urmant's Ravine, that place is hell.
That is true. I think next time we go there, we should do a little bit more reading up as to if there are any countermeasures we can take.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. As I really did not like that place. Very unholy and just bad juju all
Cursed?
around. Yeah, very cursed. Like the epitome of curse. The most cursed place I could ever think of. Yeah. Still, I can't help but notice that the Forge Master did know your name.
Yes, that's because I've worked for the Empire before. I've worked on getting various bits and pieces, and the Black Wyam Blades wanted my weapon that I found. They took it, I gave it to them, and it returned to me a few days later. And from what I know, one of the individuals died, and so I'm on the hit list.
Well, shit.
Yes.
On the plus side, we now know how to stop them from killing people.
No, I guess that's true.
Kill them.
I can't laugh in character, but yes. God! Oh, the scent of death is in this place.
I just saw that. So, anything else you want to talk to Fang about?
Yes. So you must have encountered them for some period of time then.
For a while, yes. While I was travelling from Relical to Crag Anvil. They...
Any ideas as to what would be a any information you could give about how to deal with them? And by deal with, I mean either kill or avoid, not actually make a deal with them, because, you know, they are murderers.
If you want to avoid them, stay away from Crag Anvil and Relical. Those two cities are infested with them, from what I know. Magma Reach is the only one which is truly safe as a sanctuary.
Remind me, isn't it Relical the one I have to head to?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Crag Anvil is where you're going to be teleporting back to.
Yeah. Oh,
in terms of
this is great.
Fighting them, I only recommend that if you do, make sure that you get the upper hand. From what I understand, their poisons are rather top-notch, high quality. They don't take second chances.
Very premium.
Very, very premium.
Sorry.
Well, I'll be honest, it takes quite a bit to kill me, and if I die, I die. Also, I can just, as long as I know where it is, I can just take it out and lesser restoration myself. I've got, like, so many of those. Just lesser restore the shit out of myself.
And the thing is, it's hard to spot them, for one. The main thing that you need to know is if you've got one of these. You watch as he pulls away a portion of his clothing near his neck and pulls up a bit of feathers, and you see what looks to be a spiral of a claw shape wrapped around it on his neck.
What's that now?
That's their death mark. They put it on you from a distance. If you hide it, they still know where it is.
Ha! That really sucks.
That's why I thought the assassin originally was for me, but it was for that other individual, so...
I'm going to, like, look around myself. Do I have one of those on? Does that happen to me?
This will be an investigation check.
Feng, help me look for one in case me helping that guy put me on their shit list.
Okay, he'll roll an investigation check as well, seeing as he knows what he's looking for.
How badly did I roll?
You rolled a 4.
Yeah, that's...
He rolled a 5. He has proficiency, so that is a +6 for him. So that's an 11. You proceed to look over portions of you. You can't seem to find anything. If it's in in a hard to reach spot, or if it's in an area which you'd rather keep more covered up, you don't know.
Well, I'll give myself a thorough check over in the baths.
Checking your beard.
Ooh, it's a good idea.
Bern mutters in his sleep.
I pulled down my scarf for the first time in months. What do you think? There? No? We're good?
No.
Good? Lovely.
Pull the scarf back up. Okay.
Well,
so
we should probably actually stop talking and keep a lookout, shouldn't we?
Perception
Hey,
checks.
Sovak! Sovak, you dumb bastard!
What?
Have you seen anything?
Go ahead
I'm
and
not
roll
s-
perception
I'm
check.
not seeing a lot. You know, on the count of not having eyeballs.
Well, fine. Bloody, are you
That's more than
perceiving
one.
anything?
An 11, by the way.
11. Okay. You proceed to sit and listen as this conversation is proceeding. You don't seem to notice anything. You are sat there, you are trying to just keep a lookout. Nothing catches your attention.
How does Sasha do?
You rolling as well? 19
Ooh, that's with a +4.
plus 4. Okay. You hear the sound very, very faintly from the green path leading onwards, where you would be following the blue. But down from the green path, you hear the sound of rocks smashing on rock. Like.
Stationary
stops.
smashing?
Stationary
Sasha no
smashing, yes.
likey. Yeah, this is too rich for my blood. I pointed out to everyone else and just like say
Everyone
hey,
else,
any
including
thoughts?
Sovak and Fang.
Yeah.
That's okay. If there was one of them, I would have said their name. But there's two of them, and just saying the both of them just seems like kind of callous.
The others.
Others.
Not
The weirdos, you know.
Hey! Don't talk about Fang like that. I know I'm weird.
That's fair. You know what? I respect that you know how bad you are.
I'm a literal abomination. I'm very aware of that. I should not exist.
I am God's mistake.
I don't know whose mistake I am. Don't think it was a god's, though.
Queglod.
I mean, something's had to have brought you back.
Yeah, you can bring people back from the dead.
And I get my powers from a god.
I happen to know that there's some... Sam happens to know there's someone who can bring people back from the dead with a stick.
But it is connected to it, but it was... Okay, maybe.
Okay.
Shut up.
Either way,
Sam!
are you doing anything about this sound? It seems to have stopped now.
I think we stay still.
I'm listening. Really intently. I can't hear anything.
Nope.
Should I light up the area so we can have a better look around? Sovak.
I'm thinking.
Oh, for God's sake.
Okay, yes.
Rattle my
let's have a look
bones!
around. I am rattled right now.
Lumos.
Okay.
Oh, that's bright. That's very bright.
Yes.
Ow, that hurts.
Lighting up the area, you light
Fucker.
up the area. Fang says, stay here and keep watch if you're wandering off.
Come on, Sovak.
You do that. Okay, I'm coming. Coming.
Okay. The two of you wander down. Sasha, are you putting your armor on? Yes or no?
Yes, Chris.
Okay. You take
Yes,
10
I
minutes
am.
to put your armor on.
While that's happening, Sovak's going to try and get a look-see for himself.
Okay.
Or trying to be all sneaky-like.
Okay, make me a stealth check.
Is Path Without a Trace still on?
No, you've taken a long rest.
Yeah,
if you
that's
wish to recast it,
Don't
you
worry,
can.
that's-
It'll take away
No,
from you.
that's in the 23, though.
Okay, 23. Okay. You make your way forward. You sneak up down the cavern, leaving Sasha behind as Sasha's getting ready for work. You proceed to make your way through, going further down the corridor. As you follow the lights, you take a look around, and you can see what looks to be a large pool of water just ahead of you as it curves around, and you can see it's rather expansive, going out about 40-50 foot. And you see a small portion of the rock which extends out, and on the end of it is a hunched form, currently with what looks to be a raw fish in its hand, as it takes a rock, smacks it, and then takes a bite out of it.
Ah, it's Gollum.
Okay. Do I know what this is?
No. No check, you have no idea. It looks humanoid though.
Does it look friendly?
Roll me an insight check with disadvantage, because you don't judge.
Okay, I know I'm not one to judge on friendliness.
And
based
also
on...
because you'd have no idea, it hasn't done anything yet.
No, I think that's an 11 again.
11. Okay. I mean, it's beating a fish with a rock and eating it raw. Its friendliness is unknown, but its savagery is primal.
Oh, sorry, insight check. Yes, I actually have a +6 in that for some reason, so that makes that
So
15.
15. Still the same. It's done
Okay.
nothing to force any evilness. It's also done nothing to show it's friendly. So it's...
Okay, I gotta wait for Sasha to get here. Yes, I'll wait for the dwarf.
Sasha, make
I'll
a
wait for
stealth
the
check
meat.
with disadvantage. Clank, 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 clank,
I
clank.
will just-
Alright, 7
I'll
minus
wait for the
1.
snack.
Thump, 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 thump. Sovak, you watch as the form, as it turns to look back, you see a singular large green eye. You watch as a second lid closes across it as it dives into the water.
Couldn't you have been a bit more quiet, Sasha?
No, I'm wearing plate armor.
What? Okay. You know what? Fine.
What was it?
I'm not even sure. It had one large eye. It wasn't pleasant.
What?
It was beating a
Okay.
fish with a rock. It was so the gang. It was.
Beating
Have you? Have
With
you?
this half-assed description, what can I work out what it is?
Might be a cyclops. It's a bit small. No idea.
No. Okay. Have you heard the tale of the Lords of the Rings?
I think I might have watched the theater play.
Ah, I see. Casual. Okay. Well, you know there was the little creature that always wanted, that one ring of invisibility, which I don't know why I wanted it so bad. You could get it from anywhere. But
It was a very special ring of invisibility.
it,
But yes,
well, yeah, it was like that.
Moleg, yes.
Moleg, yes. Bolog, I think. Bolog, that was it. But yes, it was like that, but a bit more fishy, I guess. I don't know. Okay, don't judge me. I heard that.
Urge to kill rising.
I imagine that Queglod just sits bolt upright and just uses sleep. Stomach says that. There's not even a creep. It's just,
Eldritch Blast.
just up. And she just stands up like she's like the Terminator or Jason Voorhees. I'm not sure which. Why not both?
Much shorter.
But,
Okay, fine. We'll throw a bit of Chucky in there as well.
oh, she's not bad mouthed enough to be Chucky.
So,
Clearly, you haven't heard her down the pub.
She drinks alcohol with that
Mhm.
temperament.
the form has dived into the water.
Well,
I say we go back and just ignore it.
we pretend it never happened.
Okay, no, we should probably tell the guys.
You know what? We can if we come back round here, which he probably will. We can go, hey, weird people live in there.
And then we'll look really smart.
Exactly, because they'll call us idiots. But no, when one of them pops out and sees us, we'll be the smart one.
Yeah.
Okay, you know.
I don't think they call you an idiot. I'm not the most book learned, but I know what I can do.
That's fair. Now, I've just realised that that's just a scheme that every like comic relief partnership and movies does. They know they're not respected, so they go off and do a harebrained scheme, which will not get them any more respected, but believe it will. Perfect. Okay. Maybe Queglod won't want to kill me so much.
I doubt that greatly. I know it's wishful thinking.
So,
It might work. Ooh, she likes wines.
Wines. Oh, thank you for the advice. I'll have to find some good wines.
You know, she's a fairly old lady. You know how it is. Bit
She's
of
old.
sherry, maybe.
She's old.
For a halfling, she's like 80-something years old.
She doesn't look it.
Yeah, Raven Queen bullshit. I don't know.
80.
Oh,
How old is Queglod again?
130 something. She
Oh,
was on
right.
death's door.
Let's say I said that instead of 80. because
Okay.
Sasha
she
did
looks-
know that.
okay. So what you're telling me that it's perfectly fine to turn back time, to turn back someone's body clock to when they were young, but if that happens to be past the threshold of death, it's not fine.
I mean, if it's any help, so her best friend, who was also, I say her best friend, goddamn, you know what, her best friend died, and basically her lamp thingy swallowed his soul, and then it kind of went into her bird. I'll be honest, I don't know what happened there, but it was very
Okay.
cool.
Right. I think the Raven Queen is playing very fast and loose with her own rules. I'm feeling got at now. But honestly, Queglod still terrifies me, so I'm never going to bring this up with her.
You know, yeah, same here. Why do you think I don't mention it?
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, let's head back now before Fang gets scared.
Okay. Fang's not scared. He's fine.
Yeah, but
You head back. Fang's still there. You get back, and you proceed to go back to your long rest. Sovak, you're the last one on watch. Make me a perception check, as you're on watch on your own.
Fishy thing? What was it? What did it actually... I can't remember what it looked like. Oh, there are stones about. Interesting.
Okay. You sit there. You listen. Nothing happens.
Got no ears to listen with, got no eyes to see with, yet I can still do both.
Okay.
Any idea how that works at all?
You're asleep.
Magic.
Okay. You get up, gather your things. Which way do you head?
North. No.
Follow the beacon, lights, lamps, things.
Anything happened last night?
Which ones?
Nothing. Nothing of note.
The ones in the opposite direction of the ones we come in, and blue.
And blue. Okay, there we go.
Hey, why don't we try going up? I don't like being underground. It's like I'm in a very large cave.
Continuing to follow the blue lights.
Wave.
You continue to travel. I would like a perception check from one person.
Who wants to do it? Who's got high perception?
I've got high perception, and I've rolled well previously.
Go for
Sometimes.
Sasha, 12.
+4, 16.
Plus 4.
Could be worse.
Traveling along the area here, the area here is just carved out stone, a natural cavern that seems to travel round and spiral and snake a bit. The area is rough. Dust is currently scattered on the floor as you continue to travel along here. As you're going, you spot what looks to be a hole up ahead. In directly interceding and going straight through your path.
Well, that's not suspicious at all.
It's completely suspicious.
Oh, that was sarcasm, my dear Sovak.
Currently about 30 foot away from you.
Shall I go poke it? Do you guys just want me to go poke it?
Poke a hole! Okay, go for it.
Oh, what?
Okay, Sasha, you walk up to the edge of the hole, poke the air.
How did that work out?
It didn't eat me. Come on, guys.
Okay.
Is there a path on the other side of the hole?
Yeah.
How deep is this hole?
How deep is it?
Are you moving up to check with
How
Sasha?
deep is your hole?
Okay. Moving up to check with Sasha and get a look at the hole itself. You can see it goes down about 20 feet, and then it just seems to have caved in. Also looking around and looking up, you can see that the hole continued, and it seems to have caved in from there. Roll me, Bern, roll me a nature check.
Oh. $14.
You recognize this. This is a purple worm track.
Nope.
Okay, everyone, we turn back to the dwarf town. And we
I
live
don't think that's an option at this point.
I mean, how old does it look?
Make me a survival check.
Oh, I can do survival, I think.
He couldn't last
Yeah.
time.
I mean, you have. So he has a survival of +5. Leave him alone. He's got more than you, Sasha.
That's true.
I
I'm
got
just a bitcher.
11.
11. Looking at it, it's rock. It's hard to tell how old it is. From the nature of how it's collapsed in, not really your forte.
Okay. Sasha,
I don't
you do
suppose
rock.
I could use my stone cunning.
Making a history check on stone. What could possibly go wrong? 18. Pretty good. Looking at it, the
Okay.
structure of this, how it's caved in, it's not currently unsteady and moving. It's not fresh. The nature of the hole itself has had time to erode a small amount and crumble in. This track's probably 2 days old.
It's about 2 days old, so it hasn't been through this exact hole in 2 days.
Yes, well,
Can we tell which way it goes?
If it was coming down, then it's caved in and covered the track where it was going. If it was going up, then it's caved in the area where it came and is burrowed up. It's hard to tell.
Either way, we're probably not going to get too near it.
You still got a 15-foot hole to cross.
That's fine, fly.
Gonna
Okay.
jump it.
I'm gonna jump it.
Make me an athletics check, you two.
God. Damn it, you say things and they happen, Sam. You know this.
I'm just gonna use a
Yeah.
enhance
20
ability on both of them.
8.
No need for the enhance ability. As the two of them jump, you're like, oh no, I got to enhance ability. You watch as Rook just jumps across, lands on the other side,
I
feet
imagine
slamming and
does like a
skidding.
Actually does a perfect like gymnastics landing, arms outstretched wide.
One leg up. Yes.
One
Full
leg up
leg.
perfectly lands and is okay. He rights himself in his plate armor as Sovak jumps across. He misjudges his angle and ends up going face first into the ground as he plows to a hole, flipping over himself and sitting upright.
I like to imagine some of my bones just. I just notice my legs just go past my head.
That's
Oh,
not right.
That's exciting for some people.
No, those are what goes into my hip bones, Sasha. That shouldn't be by my head.
Oh.
Why? He arranges his bones.
Well, you know what they say, different strokes for different folks.
Just get over here.
All right.
Before you do that, can everyone make a 15-foot jump, or would it be easier if I threw a rope? Sasha holds one end, I hold the other, and we let the other people cross.
Given that mine was close to a little dubious, I think we need a different way for people to get across.
Cool. Sasha, if I throw you a rope, would you be okay to hang on to it?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Right. Then I'm going to throw some rope over to her, and I'll hold the other end.
Holding the rope, I am going to roll an acrobatics check with advantage for all the people who wish to cross unless they have their own methods. Malcom will do his with advantage. That's not great. Yeah, he's gonna, as he begins to fall, he's going to beast shape into a something that can carry Aurum as well, potentially.
Isn't he a monk? Doesn't he have like monk things?
He's a first level monk. He doesn't have amazing monk things.
The giant thingies that carry the
Giant spider.
No, the flying thing that carried us.
Oh,
Giant vultures?
giant vulture.
Oh, yeah, vulture.
Okay, he'll turn to a giant vulture and he will carry Aurum across, and anybody else who wishes to be carried as well.
I.
You?
Yes.
Okay, you're carried across. Fang's carried across. Sasha, do you wish to be carried across, or do you wish to try and jump it?
I'm gonna let people do their acrobatics things first, if they want to.
I mean, everybody else has
But-
been carried across.
Okay, yes,
Queglod
please
turns into
carry
a
me
bird
across. I
and
don't want to
flies
try
across.
and jump across this. I'm a very small dwarf.
Okay, this is going to be an athletics check because you are heavy. With advantage because it's one size larger.
I'll have you know, I'm very light for a dwarf of my age.
For a giant vulture, that's not great. As it attempts to lift you, you are a little bit too heavy.
Deadly.
All right. Okay. I take the rope. The rope's still on the other side, and we still got it on both sides, right?
Yes,
Yep.
however, you're holding the other end.
Right. I know.
You're gonna Tarzan
Right.
swing into the wall.
No, I tie it around me. Right. Everyone over there. I want you to all grab the rope, and when I say go, you yank it as hard as you can, and as I'm jumping, you'll yank me over onto that side.
Oh, I hope I get a 20 for this. I want to launch
Okay. No one
through the
should-
tunnel.
Oh god.
I'm gonna
yanking
be-
here, yanking over there, yanking me on one side, yanking me on the other.
Sovak, put yourself together. Be quiet.
By
Hey,
the end,
hey,
my
I see
spear
your
just
joke.
snapped
I
to the side.
appreciate it, but fuck it.
Your sphere's just what, sorry?
I'll tie the other end of the rope to the spear and make it pull the other way, but I'm gonna stay to the. Don't want no dwarf in my face.
Okay, I would like 2 strength checks from one strength check each from 2 members of the party.
I'll do a strength check.
Who else has any strength at all?
Sasha, that's about it.
My spear is gonna be pulling. So.
Wait, as he's pulling, can I yank myself forward?
No.
Oh, you're yanking yourself now.
I would say you're getting your actually, if you want to use your athletics check, it will be I'll give advantage to Rook, and you'll be using your athletics check to try and jump across.
All right.
Okay, so advantage for you, Rook, and Sasha.
Okay.
That is a natural 8 plus your athletics.
4, 12.
12.
I got 15.
15. As you
Strength.
jump, the yank is made. You fly through the air. You can see the edge. It's getting further away. As you begin to fall, the rope is pulled taut. Thwack! You hit the side of this small opening. Not that far from the top. You fell a little bit short as you hit the side of the small hole here. You're currently being held up though, as the others are pulling you up.
I'm going to start climbing, and yeah.
Okay. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage from hitting the side of the wall.
Oh, right in the schnoz.
I don't think that could have gone better.
Could have gone a lot worse though. I
Could've
could
gone
have fallen to my death.
Well, not really. It's 15, 20
It's
foot.
20 foot. You take like 2d4.
But there might have been a purple worm in there.
It could have
I
been.
mean, there isn't, but there might have been.
You don't know.
No, might have been an army of well, anything really. That was
An army of dire rats. Oh,
Not
dire.
the brain rats. What are they called?
Oh, cranium rats.
rat.
Cranium. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
what
whatever those-
about an army of intellect devourers?
Oh.
What
No.
about an army? of-
No, Chris, they just ignore Sasha. There are richer picking.
Yeah.
Everyone has higher intelligence than this one. So, you continue on your path?
Yep.
Okay. Continuing on your path for the next 6 hours, eventless. As you're travelling through, there doesn't seem to be anything that's disturbed this path, where this path is fairly fresh. You continue travelling down it. Eventually, you reach a opening in the cavern wall here. You see what looks to be a rather large room in front of you. You can see that the open cavern here has been mined out in various ways. You can see a thick layer of dust caking the floor and stone chunks scattered all around and throughout the cavern floor here. Mostly piled up on one side where you can see what looks to be a huge crystal wall reaching up through the ceiling and around the walls here. The area that's been mined out probably ranges to about 30-40 feet of that same crystal which you see. Looking at the crystal, you can see a slight archway in the crystal itself. Looking at the crystal, it is a bright white, but it is misted and it is rough in various areas around the stonework here.
Is this a crystal that we saw that nullifies magic?
That you were given the sample of, yes.
Ah. Yeah, good luck, magic users. Have fun.
The good thing I'm really good at smacking things as well.
Hmm.
Hope it
Likewise.
doesn't disable my weapon.
Okay. So can we see the doorway to this place that we're meant to be going?
Yes, you can see the doorway itself. You can see the carved out crystal of this particular area leading through and into a new area. You can see that the crystal itself is about 10 foot thick in this particular location before it reaches a thicker stone layer that's about 5 foot thick along the just straight after the crystal itself. You can see the opening leads in. I'll say make me a perception check as you're looking at.
Perception. Oh, give me something more. 13 plus 1.
Okay. Are you lighting
No.
up the area or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Lighting up the area, you get a better look. With now the colour and the light refracting through the outside of this crystal wall, you can see the stone just past the crystal itself is carved with these large grooves, almost like symbols or scribing around the outside of this cavern, which the crystal seemed to have encased.
Okay. Does anyone know what this is? This inscribings? These? Yeah.
Can I read them?
No. It seems to be that the scribings and the carvings are big. You're looking at grooves that are about maybe a foot in width and about a foot or two deep around the surface of this, and they seem to be made in such a way that you need to probably inspect about 100-foot wide space of this to be able to interpret any of what's written on here. You can make an attempt if you want, but it will be an intelligence check with disadvantage.
Couldn't
Hey,
think
Queglod, you're smart. Do you want to give this a try?
Oh, Queglod looks in at the dusty area and sneezes and contracts a little bit of a cold, and she can't seem to focus at the moment. Does anybody else like to try?
What
Would
about
my stone coming help?
No. This isn't a typical architecture. This isn't a typical carved stone. The history of this isn't going to help. It's a matter of attempting to extrapolate data from what you can currently see. Feng's also not going to
Hey,
be useful
Feng,
here.
do you want to... Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, Feng's not going to be useful here either because he needs to be able to see the whole picture.
Alright, I'm gonna attempt it. I'll put my hands on my head and give myself advantage on the intelligence checks.
With the...
Enhance ability, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a straight roll then, please. 3.
Well, shit.
As you look at this, steep grooves, might be letters, might not, you don't know.
Perfect.
I
Okay.
like get a single letter at least.
Looking at the outside of it, I will say, for pity's sake, what languages do you speak?
Common and Sylvan, I believe.
It's none of those languages.
Oh. What language is it?
He doesn't know. He's trying to just generally guess on what they might be. I'll say everybody can do this if they want. You're just going to have disadvantage on the intelligence check.
Yeah, sure. Why
Yeah,
not? It's a
got it,
-1
I'll
either
take
way.
Yeah.
Hey, +1.
Sasha, that's a 4. What languages do you speak?
I speak Dwarven, Common, and Draconic.
Okay. You don't know if it's any of those languages with the low intelligence?
I got an 11.
11. And Rook?
9.
9. What languages do each of you two speak?
I speak Common, Elvish, and Dwarven.
You have no idea?
Common, giant, and goblin.
Ah. You recognise a portion of this. The curvature seems to be giant.
Oh. Bam. It's giant, guys.
It's not
Ish.
common giant. It seems to be more... where common giant would typically be runes and other very well-scribed things, this seems to have been chiselled purposefully, so whatever this may be for giant, it's old giant. You wouldn't be able to interpret it, but the curvature's the same.
Oh, okay. So I don't know what...
You'd need someone who with the ability to basically cast comprehend languages for a more detailed script of it.
What about tongues?
No,
Again,
not
no.
now, Sasha.
Is that only spoken word?
That's spoken words, I believe, because it allows you to speak
I
them
can
as well.
attempt it if you
What
like.
about primordial?
No, Sam.
I'm just throwing things out.
I
can
can
attempt
use
it if you
spell.
like.
See it.
It's undercut. Let's face it. It's probably.
You want me to attempt it?
No, just do whatever you want.
I'll do the combo then.
What are you going to do?
Open the book and cast comprehend language.
So you're going to ritual cast it, taking 10 minutes?
Oh, I have the spell. First level spell.
Yeah, but are you ritual casting it and taking 10 minutes?
No.
So you're using a spell slot?
I mean, if you want to wait 10 minutes.
I mean, is there any issue with taking another 10 minutes?
I don't see
Not
why.
really.
Like, if we're late, they're just gonna think we're dead, so it's fine.
DM rolls for random encounter. Nope.
No.
Nothing.
2d10 purple worm.
Oh! Poggers. Not even a
Only
level 20
two.
encounter can take care of that.
2d20.
Two.
So asks.
Two.
Suddenly bears.
2d10 Tarasques, but they're the size of mice.
Bears enter stage left.
That would be
Right.
that would be terrifying. A CR30 thing the size of a mouse just runs at you, bites your ankle for 40 damage. Ah!
No, Chris, here's the thing. 2d10 to ask the size of mice, or one mouse
The size of a
Tarrasque.
Tarrasque.
Damages scaled to the size. Honestly, I would take the one giant mouse.
One giant mouse. How much damage does it do? 10d4 on a bite attack. How many hit points does it have? 10.
But
Like, sure, it would have hurt, but you could probably take it.
It would feed a village for years.
not very well, but if it would feed it.
It's true. Stringy mouse
The
meat.
meat would rot.
Anyway, so you ritual cast and comprehend
Yeah.
languages? Okay, you ritual cast comprehend languages. As portion to the spell, you cast it, and as you begin to try and understand the meaning of this, your spell doesn't seem to work on this.
It being affected by the anti-magic.
Oh, of course it is.
Getting a look at it? Probably. Queglod activates her detect magic eyes. Again, blocked.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
anti-magic? There's anti-magic here?
Yeah.
You
This is
not listen to what they were saying.
Sovak runs in, arms fall off. Oh no!
Consider me rattled.
Okay,
Did
well,
they say if inside magic was blocked? Or they said they didn't have anyone with magic?
no.
They said they didn't have anyone with magic, they couldn't test it.
I'm gonna see if I can see in the door without going in the door.
Okay. Looking in through the door, with the previous perception check, you see grass. But it's purple.
Huh.
You see
Purple
it
grass.
stands probably about 4.5 feet tall, very overgrown, no flowers on it at all, just grass that's long and purple. And this
I
matches the
don't
description for
trust
what you
it.
were told.
Okay. So, well, this is where we've got to be, and in there is where we've got to go. Are you ready?
Do we have any buffs we should apply before?
Well, if they're magical, I wouldn't bother.
That's very
Right. Okay. How about we send someone in to go and collect some of that purple grass and see whether it'll kill us.
That is a very bad idea.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, please.
All right, go on then, Sasha.
Hey, I'll go with you.
Go ahead.
You can.
Can I-
I won't.
Can I apply guidance to myself, Chris?
Yeah, sure.
I apply guidance to myself, and I go and try and pick some grass.
Okay.
Just in case, because it's purple grass. It looks magical. Well, I can give it a check.
You pick the purple grass.
Does it have any magical properties that I can discern with my incredible medicine knowledge?
Let's find out. Natural 1. Try eating it. Put it in your mouth.
for God's
Hom.
sake.
Oh, doing it Skyrim style.
You put it
I
in...
like give it a lick, and no, tastes bad. Tastes like grass.
No,
Bad,
you give it a
bad
lick.
grass.
Don't
well
taste
done.
too bad.
Tastes like candy.
Take it. You bite a little bit off. You start just gumming it a bit. As the taste gets drastically worse as you begin to eat through it. You begin to spittle bits of it out and you kind of throw it on the floor. Just tastes horrible. It's grass.
It's grass. It's definitely grass. Blah. Sovak, pass me over.
Take some of it out,
I,
maybe.
no, I'm not going to just. You realize that if I eat something poisonous, I just won't realize it.
No, Sovak, pass me my water skin.
Oh, no. Come over here.
Fine. I go over, I grab it off him.
You need the exercise. You look like a fat halfling.
Should we just go in?
Absolute bitch.
Queglod
you
rolled
know
a
it?
3 on her perception. She doesn't hear. If Simon
Oh,
were
don't you
here,
know it, darling? Sorry. What? Okay. Maybe I was
your Reggie is showing.
My Reggie. Okay.
Reggie, it's time for my sponge bar.
Ah, no. No. Not the voices again. Not the voices.
I have had another one-shot idea.
Oh, no.
No, not just a pheromone Reggie.
Yes, just a
Where
fair
am
one.
I?
No, it's just pheromone Reggie with actually I'll be down.
With
But-
2
yeah,
random party
same.
members.
No, just us two. Just a daily life. Like nothing exceptional happens. It's just me trying not to get sexually abused for a day.
Okay.
Oh,
Quality content.
yeah.
Alright, is there anything else any of you would like to do?
Oh,
Bants, mate.
Should we just go in? I mean, we're here to
well,
do
we're all
this.
Take any of the grass out?
If you don't.
You haven't taken any of the grass out now.
Take some of it out. Maybe it's
Wait,
magic.
Yeah, I'm fucking with you. It's fine.
Damn it.
Where does
Oh, fuck
I-
you two.
Is there like a lump of crystal round that I can grab?
You have a lump of crystal with you. It was the one you were given.
Yeah, but didn't they say we could harvest our own? Didn't they want that back?
Oh, from the actual crystal on the outside. Yeah, there isn't one that's loose. You're going to have to mine it.
Cool.
Good thing I've got an Uber axe.
Is it
Excellent.
magical?
I know I made it out of one of the magical metals. I don't know which one it is. I think it was dark steel, but I can't remember. Whichever is the one I have access to.
Taking us. Okay. You going to make a swing?
We should.
I'll start with a little. Is everyone all right with me making a swing at this?
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it. As
I was
hide
going to do the
Ding.
same, but with my actual axe.
Athletics check. 11 plus what?
Just
11 plus 4, 15.
15. Okay, your axe doesn't break. As you take a swing at it, the crystal is inherently magical. Breaking through this is going to require a purely magical pickaxe.
Oh, fuck me.
Purely magical.
Yes. This means
I
that
would
it
say-
this means that it needs to be enchanted with at least a +2 enchantment.
Oh, oof.
Queglod, how long does it take you to enchant things?
Oh, for God's
A +2 would take me about 3 months, if not more.
Fuck.
What's a +2? My axe is +1, isn't it?
Yes, it is. A greater enchantment.
Okay.
My apologies. I was metagaming. Queglod's lost the
Well,
plot.
if we find more things, we can feed them to your axe, and eventually it'll become a +2.
Just eat the crystal. Have a crystal axe.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Poke it with the axe. Poke your axe with it. Poke it with your axe.
I'll poke it with my axe.
Because axe eat weapons, not.
It might
kill
work.
You poke it with the axe. Ching. Nothing happens.
Didn't think it would.
Look. Experimentation is the key to success
It's
and
true.
innovation.
Hey, I mean, let's be honest. He destroys the entire crystal, encasing this entire thing, and causes a massive cave-in, killing you all. It's fine.
Yeah.
Rocks fall, literally, and
Sasha
everybody
probably
dies,
still
literally.
survive.
Yeah. Alright, shall we go in? I think we've poked axe, poked wall.
They said they saw a flash. We should be ready to close our eyes or
Yeah.
cover our eyes.
So you're heading in.
Cover your eyes,
I'll-
fix your eyes,
I'll
get ready
apply
to
some
die,
temp.
ready to die.
Then you should probably wait outside.
Yeah.
I can, and I will.
Okay.
I'll find a hiding spot. She
Yeah.
rushes over to the other side of the cabin and just lies down.
Who's going in first?
I'll go in.
Alright, so he can have some temporary hit points.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. It's like Christmas.
For 30 seconds. You wander in. Wandering up, you tread into the grass. It is a soft soil here. It's not wet, but it's a soft soil. As you step into it, you begin to push through the grass, leaving a small trail behind you as the grass slowly bends back into its location. As you're pushing past, have you got your hammer lit?
Yes,
not
I have.
hammer, axe.
Yeah,
Sasha's
I know
the
what
one.
you mean.
Yeah, used to be a hammer, and then you ate the enchantment for it.
Yeah, you dick.
It was delightful.
As you're kind of lifting the axe and getting a look around, make me a perception check.
Cool. Just normal perception,
Normal perception.
and that is 12 plus 1, 13.
13. The grass ahead of you is roughly the same height. There's no real deviation. The only thing you do notice is it does gradually go up in a slight hill or mound in the center. You notice to your left and your right it immediately goes round into a large curved wall which you can't see past currently. You can see that the wall goes on and it just goes into darkness. Even with your light held up and your dark vision, looking out, it goes further than 90 feet out. You do see the curvature, and you imagine from rough estimate, it's maybe not endlessly big, but this place is pretty big, looking at it. Looking up as well and getting a better look, it does curve up, not as harshly, and then proceeds to go to a gradual slope about 90 foot up.
Okay.
You can see the slight hill up ahead as it begins to go up.
Is it continuous up, or is there like
It seems to go up in a slow, gradual, get a little bit steep, and then get smoother as it's reaching an apex.
How do our magic stuff feel like?
Queglod, currently, as she's standing there, currently looking through the doorway, she informs you that she can still see all of Rook's stuff as magical with Detect Magic, while she's standing in the doorway.
Can she see my spirit's magic?
Yes. It seems to be, from an educated deduction, the crystal blocks magic, not inside of it.
Okay.
It's like lead. It stops it from passing through.
Oh, so the inscriptions were on the crystal?
No, the inscriptions are on the surface of the stone, but your spell has to pass through the crystal to get to the stone.
Ah, okay.
Right.
I thought they were outside of the thingy. That's
No.
why.
Basically, you were like a bird that slams itself into a window because it thinks it's open air.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty much. Okay, well, can I go up to the peak?
Okay. The rest of the party, you
Yeah.
staying back, or are you moving in?
I'm moving in.
Malcolm
With
is...
necklace abandoned, I am moving in.
Okay. Malcolm and Queglod are going to follow the general party, so... Sasha, are you going in as well?
No, I, the tank, am going to stay outside. Of course, I'm going in.
Okay,
I'm
so
charging ahead. No one goes before Sasha.
I'm charging. You will
Alright.
not beat me.
with everybody
Basically,
heading in,
can we just have like a fast walk standoff? Like we both just eventually it turns into a jog and then a flat out sprint.
okay, give me a moment.
Obviously, I'm gonna win.
Yeah, that makes you more likely to want to get hit by something.
That's fine. I was planning on going to the top of the hill and making as much noise as I could make. So, if something's out here, I'm gonna let it know.
Okay. All right. As you proceed to make your way inside, you hear as you're moving, you watch as the grass shifts slightly as you all head inside. The shift is subtle, but almost caused by something similar to that of a wind. As it passes through, you get an eerie sense about the place you're currently in.
Okay. Still want to go to
And
the
you're
top
all
hill.
rushing forward.
Yes.
As you proceed to make your way forward, you head up the hill. You pass by what look to be almost like small tree trunks, thin but grey. On closer inspection, you see they are what look to be stone pillars almost, or stone poles, about, I'd say about 3 to 4 inches across. They're pretty thick and meaty as they go up.
Okay.
You
Stone.
Wait, what are these?
do you guys want to just take a general look around just to get an aspect of the room?
What are these for?
Yeah.
Stone poles of some kind.
Is there anything on them?
Make a perception check. You do have light, so you're not hindered by disadvantage. Okay. Looking up, you can see on the top of each of these poles, going up about 30 feet, you can see a stone form, almost like a statuary form, currently leaning back, like impaled through the chest. On each of these.
I don't trust that one bit.
As you look around and you get a better perception of this general area, you can see there's about 20 or so, if not more, of these poles. Each of them has a similar figure on each,
But they're not the same.
but they're not the same, no.
They look like they were real people.
Make me an investigation check, and how are you going to get up there to see them?
Oh. How far up are they from there?
20 foot up.
Would 50 feet be enough?
50 feet.
No, 15.
I'll say yeah, that should be fine. Oh no,
I'll get on my thing.
yeah, 30 foot. Yeah, 20 foot up, sorry. Sorry, I'm reading my notes wrong.
Investigation, that is not too good.
Okay. Looking at these,
That's a 9.
each of them is sculpted in the form of a individual wearing plate armor and a helmet which seems to come over. Initially, as you look at these, and you're like, okay, well their helmets decorated with horns. On closer inspection, they are tiefling faces, and the horns are coming out of the side of their head with the helmet wrapped over the top. Each of these forms is a different tiefling individual, decorated in a different way with the same kind of plate armor, each of them impaled on the top of this.
Malcom, you might want to leave.
As Malcom turns around to look, there is no doorway.
Oh no.
Well,
No.
Anything else the rest of you would like to do?
Just lie
what
down
is
on
there
the
when
floor and
there
die.
is the door? Like, what's there?
What's there?
Yeah.
You see plain smooth stone.
Great, we're in a magical puzzle death room.
How did they leave then?
Anything else you'd like to do? Look around the rest of the room, or stand... You're currently standing on top of the hill with these poles in the center.
Is there anything around the hill?
Make me a perception check. 11. Looking over...
It's a 9.
Oh, it's a 9. I'll raise your investigation as a +2. Looking around, you don't seem to see anything else. You see the stone pillars, you see the grass. It's tall and it's obscuring quite a lot of vision from here.
They could be hiding in the grass.
Okay.
Hell, so what they are. We'll die anyway someday.
As you say this, there is a blinding flash from above you. The area above you lights up. The entire thing becomes almost as bright as a summer's day. The entire area here is filled with this bright light. The grass seems to quiver and shake as this light proceeds to brighten up the room. And you watch as the light breaks up into small pieces, and these small globules of light, about the size of snowflakes, individually begin to float downward.
Oh.
I'd like to dodge them more.
Hmm?
Are they coming towards us?
They're floating down, slowly but surely, almost like a gentle snowfall.
Okay, either this is very good
I
for us,
don't like this.
or they're going to kill us.
This is really cute.
That's the scary bit.
Okay.
Nothing has been cute so far.
As you're looking up at this, you watch as one of the snowflakes falls onto one of the statuary soldiers. And you watch as its arm reaches up, grabs the spear end, and it pulls itself off from its impalement. The form pulls itself up and lands next to the stone pole. As it does so, you watch as a large stone glaive appears in its hand, before you hear the thud of at least 3 more of them getting off of their poles. I'm going to have you all roll initiative, but we will start next session with this combat.
Cool.
So,
Why is nothing friendly down here?
Why is nothing friendly down here?
I don't know why there's nothing friendly down here. Well, don't worry, everyone. Feng's safe.
We've left Feng outside. on his
Chris,
own.
put me down as -5 again.
9.
Wow.
Wonderful. All right, Queglod. That's a 5. Malcom and Sasha. Sasha, you got an 18. -1 is 17.
I'm so proud of me.
Wow. Malcolm got a 12. Rook,
I got a 12.
a 12. And Sovak,
Oh, 9.
9. Alright, good
Does
initiative.
Sasha have the highest.
Sasha goes first. It's a glorious day.
Right, okay. Can someone send me a screenshot if there's a screen?
There
I
isn't
don't
a
know what
screen
I'm-
at the moment.
Okay, so what am I looking
There will
at?
be next session. Currently, well, we're just about to end the session here.
Oh,
so
right.
I'll end on that cinematic. As you're all looking around the room, as you see these golden, kind of bright glowing snowflakes falling down from the ceiling, each of them connecting with various ones of the statues as each of them begin to unimpale themselves, pulling themselves off, and conjuring huge stone weaponry. The grasses begin to shift and shimmer with these forms landing in the dirt nearby as they prepare to attack our party, who is currently huddled in the center at the top of the hill, surrounded by several of these poles. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.